Okay, cool. Cool. Got to put my mic in. Don't put my mic in. And that car. Hang on. Oops, you gonna see something here? Start, cool, yeah. Oh, that was very professional. Very, very professional. Great. Welcome. I will repeat what I said a minute ago. We got to a point of no return. We haven't jumped off it yet because we're gonna carry on doing runs, and we're just gonna keep doing runs until we finish all the runs the game has for us, and then we'll continue. Finish the story when that point comes. I've got a new keyboard, by the way, so if you hear more clickety clacks, it's that. It's a more mechanical keyboard. It was a gift from my brother, so thank you. Thanks to my brother. I got a new better keyboard because my old one literally the S key had become just a blue box because of how much I play games on it. So the S key got really wore down. Don't know why specifically the S key. Characters doing weird things with their tech. Just let's look. We got the Transy Highlander, the high end of Transy Highlander IP rated. Yeah, okay, so we got a better one. We don't have that many programs, sadly, because we're really low on cash, and that's why we're going to do all of it. I realized why we came here to talk to about, because we just finished his side mission. My friend, you have done an admirable job indeed. I've already incorporated the technology that you recovered, my stolen tech, into the new chassis I'm fabricating for Kosei. I always forgot how to look it up. Glad to be of help. You will be, my friend. He tips a cigarette. A cone of burning embers tumbles to the ground. Very glad indeed. The next time we take to the field, you can expect to find Kiroshi's combat effectively considerably improved. He has almost truly become deathless, just as his namesake was in the legends. When he takes damage, he'll mend himself before your eyes. That sounds incredible. I can't wait to see it in action. Nor can I, my friend. He turns to you, wearing machine's eyes in his shop, watching the process with hungry eyes. Nor can I. Okay, again, the shop is quiet, no heavy metal, no whining of machines, nothing but the sound of your own footsteps at the terminal. The monitor above the workstation is alive and vibrant images, graphs, technological readouts, and reference materials fill the screen. He looks up. At you, his face bathed in blue light. Hello again. Back for some more answers? Okay, I can take some time to talk if you can. I want to continue our discussion last time. There was some loose ends we need to tie up. Yes, my friend, I suppose there are. Go on, ask your questions. Let's see where your inquiry takes us. The last we spoke, you told me that the essence loss didn't hurt you. I want to know why. Yes, I didn't tell you that, and I do owe you an explanation. He turns his head slightly, peers through the corner of his eyes. Tell me, friend, what do you know about essence loss and its effects on metahuman psyche? Losing essence because a part of you, the more cyber what you have, the more detached you become with reality. Essence loss removes the ability to feel. If it tries, you go too far. We're gonna go with the reality one because technically that's more true because it's dealing with the soul and a mental effect. You know, and it is killing a part of you. It's basically like detaching an arm, cutting off an arm, literally. You know, yes, that is right, and the detachment can be deeply traumatic for the sufferer. The literature is full of such cases. He levels his gaze, focuses on you. There's a smile in his face, but the eyes are devoid of warmth. Now, what would you say if I told you after my incident, the substance cyber surgery, I felt no different at all? That even in the beginning, I was completely unchanged. I'd ask if you knew why. I do, in fact. Would you like to know? That's why I asked. I was born with the society has deemed a psychological defect. out of fear of social repercussions. I spent most of my life hiding it. I still hide it, even now. The lessons of my childhood were not wasted on me, and I know the value of reputation. But since the accident, I have become to recognize quickly for what it really was. A selective advantage. Buddy, you get into some sketchy... Okay. Don't leave me in suspense, tell me what you're talking about. Yes, of course. Hey Dagoff, how are you? We're back here talking to the crew before going on more runs. I mean, we made it to the point where we could carry on the, like, main plot, but I want to get all the runs that we have left. Perfect timing, yeah. Yes, of course. I was diagnosed as a primary sociopath at the age of 8. I mean, I was going to make a joke saying you can't technically be diagnosed as a sociopath at the age of 8, but psychology might have got weird in Shadowrun timeline. Kyoshi skulls towards, brushing up against Richter's leg, metal on metal, scraping a thin layer of cloth. The drone's many eyes focus on you, eyesing open and bathing you in digital red glare. Well, diagnose is probably not the correct word. There's no formal diagnosis. Yeah, okay, cool. Going into correct. Psychopathy in DSM. But all the marks were there. I displayed a complete lack of empathy on the device interpersonal reactive scale index, and I saw a perfect 40 on the PCLR. Blood test showed that I had inherently a damaged gene that was being linked with aggressive behavior, and that active level in my vitreoretinal prefrontal cortex is vanquishingly low. Like autism, psychopathy is a spectrum, not a singular disorder. He dips his head, smiling. But I am definitely on that spectrum. Huh. You know, for a kind of going into slight eugenics transhumanist, that's a surprisingly good rundown of a mental disorder. Thanks, man. I mean, I don't like... It's not his fault he was born like that. Okay, and you think this condition is the reason you didn't suffer with trauma of essence loss? I knew there was something seriously wrong with you. I got the vibe from the very beginning. You say so why are you on... I mean... Yeah, no, actually, you say psychopathy is a spectrum, so where are you on the spectrum, Raptor? Before I turned to the shadows, I considered myself a pro-social psychopath. That is to say, I had markers of psychopathy, and I expressed some of their expected behaviours, but I never killed anyone. At least, not until my job became a requirement. Now, I'm not sure. I will admit that there is a certain thrill to our profession, but it's quite liberating being paid to hunt and kill other men. But I only indulge these appetites when I'm on the job, and never bring my work home with me. I'm sure that comes to a great shock to you, but I tell you, my condition is actually an advantage. One protecting me from the mental trauma of my incident and subsequent reconstruction. The psychological blow of essence loss can be devastating. This mental trauma is ultimately unlimited response for much of the damage and self-destructive behaviors suffered by those who ride the razor's edge. Of course, there's a physical limit to how far a human body can be pushed, but a normal person will reach this mental breaking point far in advance of that. The loss of itself, the loss of capacity, is too painful to bear. But didn't you hit that breaking point? No, I did not. Indeed, I'm quite certain that my breaking point does not exist. What does it matter if I'm capable of empathizing and concise is stripped away? I never possessed either of those qualities in the first place. That's a bit harsh to say. I mean, that's really actually a harsh thing to say. If, like, he specifically points out the reason he didn't tell you first is because of, like, he knows the social stigma around it, and you're like, you didn't consider me a friend? No, I'm gonna go with the second one, because I'm like, buddy, like, no. Like, obviously I don't know what goes on inside his head as a character, but I'm like, if he calls me his friend and doesn't backstab me, like, you know. Again, psychopathy is just a thing people are born, like, obviously it's not like an official diagnosis, but it's a thing people are born with, and it's not like, you know, to be stigmatized. Okay, you say that your mental condition protects you from essence, trauma of essence. Got any proof of that? I have myself, my own experiences. Nearly all my essence was stripped away in a single stroke, and I didn't even notice. What more do you need? I mean, I'm kind of trying to think for this one. Yeah, it's yeah. Like, man, he's a bit... I mean, if we're gonna start judging people on their mental disorders in this running group, we got a field day of different mental illnesses. There's clearly something going on with Duncan. Isabel is so traumatized she locked away her memories. Gobbert's... I don't want to... Like, Gobbert seems to have something, but she seems to take it on the shoulder most of the time. And Gachu's a whole mess of social, like, pressures made him who he is. I'm tempted to say, like, actual proof, because, like, he felt no different, but, I mean, actual proof. Your subjective experience doesn't qualify, right? No, I suppose not, but I know what is to be true all the same. My hypothesis makes good sense, and I've never possessed the sense of humanity that others hold so dear. If it's stripped away as traumatic, then it stands to reason I would be protected from that trauma. Isn't it possible that other factors might have come into play? Yes, of course, but this explanation seems the most likely, does it not? I am certain that in time I'll be proven right, more certain than I have been in anything. Call it a matter of faith, I suppose. I dislike the term, but it applies. If there's a way, if that's the way you want to play it, then fine. But don't expect me to buy into the belief the system is... Your belief system is based on fact. I mean, that's a bit harsh thing to say, but, you know, a fair point and a fair criticism. In time I will endeavour to show you my proof of my belief. Until then, think of me as you would another member of your team. Gobbert has her rats, I have this. It's mine, and you cannot take it from me. I mean, buddy, I wasn't going to try to. Any thoughts on the last run, buddy? Much wonderful outing, excellent. I have my research back, my prototypes returned, all thanks to you. Oh, I suppose that I can complain, I could complain of Tyler and... Oh, God. Words. Hydruman's absence. I would have greatly enjoyed commanding Kershi to feed on their own entrails. It's a robot, man, it doesn't eat. But this is a small matter. I have my research, and I will come up and I'll catch up with them soon enough. Your choice to give away the laser prototype we discovered confused me, though. Why did you bother? Why didn't you... We didn't owe our other team anything. We were there first, and we were the ones who found the device. He waves the floor away. Doesn't matter. Small thing, my friend, and a trifle. The laser's nothing compared to my research. I am in your debt. Now, anything else you want to talk about? Let's go. Actually, okay, can I... This is a lot. Okay, we've got all that. This is a lot of process because I don't want to like. This is a lot of process, right? Yeah, what I'm saying is. Yeah, I mean, true. Don't feed your robot bodies, Richter. Kirshi might be able to eat now. yeah, as I've said. For what it's worth, I think you'll handle information rather well. In the past, there were others who were more rigid in their thinking. When I revealed myself to them, they react badly. I'm quite pleased you haven't done the same. You say you're born that way you are. If that's true, then it isn't your fault and I can't hold you accountable for it. If that's fair enough. Actually, no, I think I'll go with the last one. I don't judge my allies on who they are. Actually, yeah, he's born with it. I don't care if you're a psychopath, Hector. I consider you a friend. I mean, it's all true, but I'll go with that last one because it's like... I mean, I can't hold him accountable for his actions. Just because, like, he lacks empathy does not mean he lacks, like, the social contents of it. Like, he can't feel it himself, but, like, I'm sure with practice he's... I don't know how real life people who with the disorder handle their days, but I'll go with the last one. It's the most kind of mine. I don't care if you're a psychopath, Freya. I consider you a friend. Thank you, Hugin. The feeling is quite mutual, I assure you. He salutes you. He salutes you with a stubborn cigarette. Your acceptance is appreciated as it was unexpected. I will not forget it. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like you to leave. He turns back. This work has to be done. Yeah, I'm going. Of course, Ragnar, do your thing. We'll catch up after another run. He doesn't turn. Be well. We can't talk to Gaichu because he's currently like, I'm not prepared to kill my own shield brothers. Is Duncan around? Hey Duncan, what's up? The clanking of the metal followed by grunts and hard exercise runs from the hatchway of Wu's cabin. He's always exercising, dear God. The first thing you notice as you enter is renewed cleanliness. Yeah, I've got it. I haven't done it yet. I didn't stream last week due to some real life issues, so I haven't done it yet. So we're probably doing this mission, unless we get Gobbet's mission where we're doing Gobbet's because I really just want her on my team. Then we're gonna do, yeah, so we're gonna do it in that way. If Gobbet's mission doesn't activate, we're gonna go do Gobbet's. We're gonna do Gaichu's. If Gobbet's activates, we're gonna do Gobbet's. Depends on how long they take. Obviously, we can do 2 missions in one stream if we have enough time. If time permits. Sadly, I can't go over today because I have a work meeting, which is really annoying. The food cans are all gone, and obviously it's not annoying for work. It's just, you know, I don't usually work on Thursdays. The food cans are gone, and his equipment is nearly laid out on his bedding. Everything is in place. The next thing you notice is a smell. It's the middle school locker room in July. Ugh. Wu finishes his jumping jacks and grabs a towel off his bunk. His exposed flesh glimes with perspiration. Wu, open a porthole. This place reeks. Did you see a porthole, Yang? Yeah, to be fair, you don't actually have one. This is an interior cabin. Not the best ventilation. But I don't think you came to check on my hygiene. What's your deal? Still thinking about Edward Zhang? He rubs the towel under his arm. Commentalized him. Edward Zhang is a topic in a cabinet filed in my head. I'm only thinking about Raymond now, finding out what happened to him, what really happened to him. Taking a moment at a time, huh? That's me, Mr. Focus, he continues stretching. We're getting close to the plastic face man, Duncan. I know, I haven't stopped thinking about him since I saw him on the video. The one where he attacked Raymond in the tea house. He wipes down one side of his neck with a towel, folds it, wipes the other side. Listen, Yang, I'm not gonna press you to take me with you when you head out on to snatch him. You take the right people for a job, and then you get the job done, okay? But I want to be there when you interrogate him. I want to hear what he has to say with my ears. Are you gonna have a problem with that? No, of course not. Good, you're my sister. I'd hate to have to mess you up. He flashes his pearly whites. Like I said, you can't take me with you on you can take me on the run or not. It's your call, but I'd like to be there for the fun part. Easy, Duncan. This is about Raymond, not hurting people for kicks. Just drop off the easy Duncan crap, Yang. I'm not doing this for kicks. He drops the towel on the bunk. This is the guy who knows what the hell is going on. The one who may have killed Raymond. And I'm gonna squeeze him until I find out what he knows. We'll do what we have to do to get the answers we need. Damn right. You told me you were resentful when I took off, but maybe it was how Raymond handled the thing with Double Tray. Nah, it was about you disappearing for 8 years without a word, but we're past that now. God damn it, Duncan. Wu pulls a right elbow across his chest in his left hand. It gets a good stretch. But that was a messed up night. A lot of things happened, and I wouldn't be surprised if some, I don't know, emotions got jumbled together. Feelings about the fight with Raymond? Yeah, mostly. We butted heads before. I'd broke plenty of his rules in the past, but I'd never seen him so disappointed. I'm still not sure why. Why don't you walk through it from the beginning? Start with when Lockjaw showed up at Ray's house. We pushed his left elbow across his chest and left out of the railgun. So this was 2045, years after the summer we moved in with Raymond. We hadn't seen DT or Lockjaw or any of the gang in forever. Raymond's rules: no contact with our hoodlum friends, no visiting the squad to check up on them. We weren't even allowed to see the Aztan's family and their dog. You and that damn dog, I swear, you two should have moved together and left us out of it. The way I remember it, we woke up in the middle of the night and there was Lockjaw standing in our room, covered in blood. My first thought was Raymond was gonna kill us. Could you imagine? There's a teenage slashy Indian covered in blood in my bedroom, and my first thought was I might get in trouble for it. Raymond was an intimidating guy when we were younger. Isn't that weird? I towered over him, and it didn't matter. The little man just had his way of looking at you. That tone. Wu wipes his elbows and twists his wrist. So Lockjaw bleeding all out over our bedroom, and you're whisper yelling, "Where's DT? What happened to Doubletray?" 5 minutes later, we're dressed in black and on our way to the Barrens. We had to. Of course, if it wasn't for DT, Doubletray, neither of us would have be here right now. DT was the one who took us out of the teen center and introduced us to Raymond. Man, that was a messed up night. The 162s had overrun Larry's squad. Bare position to take on the nukes. Bozo and Tusk were bleeding out. The Hannon family was half eaten, and little Joe, that streetwalker with two electric false eyelashes, was laying on the floor with in two parts. But we got Doubletray out alive. He was the only one, though, who still has those boots. I still hear Lockjaw screaming at the ghouls took him down. When the 162s wanted something, they did not play. Anyway, all of that was just lead up. He let out a long sigh of slow breath, but still, it speaks to my state of mind at that night. Why I wouldn't back down to Raymond and met us at the door. Neither one of you would budge. We both had the strength of the righteous. You and I had broken rules out of loyalty, out of gratitude. He just didn't get that. To be fair, he never understood where we came from. And now we know why. He wasn't just some do-gooder who took in street kids. He was a rich guy used to getting his way. That's what made him so furious. I don't know, Duncan. I think it's because he thought we were playing him. I never thought about it that way before. We rubs his head thinking. He didn't just think we had broken his rules or we'd slid back. He thought we were still street hoods, that we were milking him, using him. No wonder he'd be so angry. He felt betrayed. But you were able to get him to calm down and see reason. Getting onto my side of the story, and you said was that one thing. That one thing he said his mother used to tell him before he was being obsolete? What was the hell that thing? He understands badly who to listen to what, and listen to what you know instead of what you fear. Most people do not listen with intent to understand; they listen with intent to reply. Most people do not listen with intent to understand, they listen with intent to reply. Wu nods his head in remembering. Yeah, that intent to reply really got to him. He saw that every time I was talking, he was thinking of the next thing to say back. Using his mother's words on him really did the trick. I wonder what kind of childhood he had. He rubs his chin. But the way he looked after you after that. We were never the same. I'll go with that. Yeah, well, look, you and I are cool now. And for Edward Zhang, maybe he's got mommy issues. Who chuckles humorously. And you know, maybe I've got a few daddy issues to deal with too. Guess I should try to keep an open mind when we see him. I did not take him on my last run, did I? Was your fault on the last one? Yeah, it wasn't on last one. Okay, cool. Let's talk about it later. Anytime, cool. I forget who I had on my last run. It's been 2 weeks. My memory. Really bad. Really good run there. You enter Isabel's cabin to find her jacked into an octopus. Her body slouched, motionless, tethered to a machine. The computer's large display flickers to life again, just as it did life. Isabel's avatar fills the screen. This isn't helping. The avatar frowns at you, looking supremely disillusionment on her face. I'm decking. I'm in my safe space, and it doesn't help. The memories are just painful here as they are in the real world. Okay, alright, have to deal with it. Your memories are just part of you. Decking doesn't make you leave them behind. No, I guess it doesn't. White plumes of static flow from the avatar's fist as she shakes. It should. It fucking should, though. I can't handle not having a way to escape from this. So what are you going to do about it? I don't know, okay? I just don't. You know what? Hang on. The avatar winks off the screen and the terminal powers down. Isabel's body shudders, a familiar tremor. Her consciousness is flooding back out of the matrix into her knee. Her eyes flutter. She takes a sharp breath. Slowly, shakingly, she rises from her perch onto the floor. You're hearing more questions, right? She wipes the crook off her arm and wipes her nose from her sleep. I'm sure you are. Why else would you be bothering me? So spit him out, and I'll go digging around that inland cesspit called a memory. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a clue. I know you're hurting, Isabel. If venting helps, go ahead. She takes a deep breath. Makes a visible effort to calm herself. No, that wasn't like me. This isn't the person I want to be. It's okay. I can handle this. Just ask me your questions and let's get this ball rolling. We've got a question about Woolsey. Go on. That's all for now. Okay, cool. We went through all of this. Any thoughts on last run? Wasn't on it. I've got to go, Isabel. She got. Okay, do we really? Is that all we really have to talk to Isabel about? Okay, damn. All right. She literally has nothing for us. She's gone, Hugin. I don't know where she ran off to, but she looks upset. She said something about friends in trouble, then left. By the time I could disconnect from the octopus, she was on her way out of town. She must have gone back to the sinking ship. I don't like the sound of that. She tell you what went down there all those years ago? The mutiny? Yeah, she's having a bad dream about the place ever since. She turns back and grabs her gear. Well, we'd better get going after we don't we? Let's do it. I'm gonna arrange transport to Hombing. You come meet me in the docks when you're ready. Okay, we're taking Isabel with us from apparently. I mean, I'm fine with taking Isabel on the run, didn't I? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hang on. That's it, cool. I forgot, since I got 2 monitors, where do we need to go? Okay, it's over there. Looks like we're getting our little orc friend back. Well, it's not little, but you know what I mean. Let's do this. Hello, man. John stands at the edge of the dock, smoking a hand-rolled cigarette as he stares over the river. As you approach, he lifts a hand, agree. Hi there, come to my river, John. May I have a bowl of Dew we can share? Sure, why not? Best choice. For all pirate grins from ear to ear, produces a half bowl of clear liquid. There's no label, and I use cork appears. It's the best meager money can buy now. Not many ships worth riding lately. Goddamn whatever. Take a large swig. A small drink may have been a better idea. You eyes begin to wise, Boofer fills your mouth with a custard old tires. Your throat feels like someone poured molten glass down it. Stifles a cough, you hand back a bottle to Jerry. He's grinning. With this, you are ready to conquer the world. What favor can you do for you? You need a body dumped at sea? I can do that fast, no one will see. Maybe you need some hide some cargo on the beach. Maybe a map with an X on the spot. Captain bursts into hefty laughter and slaps his side with a knife. I need you to take me to the single trip. Ah, easy. I know exactly where that heap of junk is. Lead the way then. Oh, okay, it's just me and Isabel. Two deckers conquering the world. Hung Day. Captain German's command speedboat chops through the rough water like a cleaver through the chicken bone, launching your skyward every wave that hits you. Your destination, the sinking ship, Gobbet's former home. The orc pirate laughs and opens the throttle. Wind and rain lashes your face as you float among the shipping containers growing large. You can see it's stacked at least 3 containers deep in an overlaid brick of corrugated weathered steel. An assortment of balloons, buoys, and other flotation devices have been lashed onto the base of the rafts to prevent it from tipping. You don't know what's happened or why Gobbets felt the need to face it alone, but one way or another, you're about to find out. We'll say, okay, I am very low on health kits, so that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. I hadn't upgraded my armor since the start of the game, dear God. We got some health kits between all of us. Let's start this. This is hopefully not full-on combat. If we do not, you scramble onto the side of your sinking ship was treacherous. You haul yourself over the edge, with the heat hammering your chest, clawing for purchase against winds of the driving rain. Walking on the surface of the deck, there isn't much better. The steel you're standing on is slick, sheeted with rain and rainstorm, and hammers down from above. Every time you shift your weight, you can feel your feet beginning to slide. There are no safety rails in sight. A slip, row wave, it wouldn't take much to send you screaming over the edge of the raft into the dark water below. This thing's a wreck. Isabel gingerly ponders a rusty section of the container that you're standing on the boot. It depresses easily. It's with entirely too much give. I can't believe Gobbet ever chose to live here. I'm sure it's nicer on the inside. Pretty wishful thinking. She prods the side of the patch of rust again, frowning with steel flakes under her boot. Truth is, we're seeing the here doesn't even fit. The lady in charge of the thing, Milana, whatever her name was supposed to be some sort of control freak, and Gobbet always talked her pal Chumbus as top quality repair guy. Does this look like it's in good repair to you? I take it that was a rhetorical. A sudden gust of wind brushes, sending you sliding. Isabel drops to crouch, clinging to the metal, with gloves on her hand to keep herself from slipping. She looks up, her dark eyes on you. We should get moving. Too dangerous up here. My gear's already soaked. Agreed. Let's find Gobbet and make sure she's alright. She nods. Lead the way, I'll follow. Okay, cool. Wow, this place is pretty big. Devil rats. Another swarm. Kill it. Okay, they want to kill the devil rats as well. Alright, they're doing pretty good. Dive behind here. Turn on my robot. Damn, alright. Isabel can get there in one section. I don't think... Okay, cool. We'll take that. We'll take that. 2 of them are dead. Didn't expect it to get up to me that quickly. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, cool. It's neutral zone. Okay, cool. Thank you. Gonna run behind here. Ammo. Miss. Covers up. Hey. Full damage. Alright. Cool. But my block's pretty good. Yeah, no, I don't have a weapon. Forgot about it. Yep, don't have a weapon. All I can do is support people with my target and let my robot deal with things. Come on, Isabel, I know you... There it is. Come join us, get warmed by the fire. The woman, get it, I don't have a weapon. It's great. Because I don't have a third slot. Even if I did have a third slot, it would be a medical drone. The woman by the fire looks like she hasn't seen a bar of soap in weeks. Her complexion doesn't look much better. Their faces are steeped with certain grime, and rain is impossible to wash away. Glad to see that you made it through in one piece. The woman smiles at you, revealing a set of crooked teeth. Please come stand by the fire and get warm. Yeah, sure, thank you for your hospitality. Her smile widens. Of course. We don't get strangers here often, and it's often far too miserable to turn away a guest. You helped us back, lad. I appreciate that. She smiles weakly. Of course, I'm hoping you'll be willing to return a favor. We just really need to use the help. I'm just hoping that you'll be able to return... I've got some questions. If you do a local, maybe you could help answer them? The exchange on easy glass. Sure, she tries to smile. Ask away. What's your names? I'm Kara Lunk. She jerks her thumb to a routine man huddled by her side. That's Patrick Lowe. Patrick, he lifts his doughy face from a fire and squints a little. Hey, welcome aboard. So you two are welcome to come in? Yes, Lever told us how his companion cuts us off quick. We're told to keep position here and watch for incoming vessels. Piracy is always a threat in these waters. I can't tell you how happy we are to see a couple of friendly faces on deck. How do you know that we're friendly? We're heavily armed strangers and that you just met us. She chuckles. If you wanted to kill us, you've already done it, right? Besides, we don't know... We know you aren't pirates. You haven't tried to rob us. When did the Devil Rats start appearing? A couple months ago, I think. The days are kind of just flow together out here. It's hard to say. They only started to get aggressive a couple weeks though. How many people live on a sinking ship? Beats me. The population has gone down a lot recently, though. I'll tell you that much. A lot of the ship is barricaded, off limits. We have no idea how many people are still alive in those sections. But when I first arrived on the sinking ship, there are at least a couple of hundred souls on board. Aberrations being what it is, I'd say there's like maybe 70 left of us. Like you said, it's hard to say. You two don't seem very equipped against the fight for those things, no offense. None taken, we're squatters, not soldiers. We're doing out here our best, but I'd be lying if I said we ain't glad the professionals on board. Want to tell us why your raft is calling those things? Her smile fades. We don't know. At first, it was just a nuisance, but lately it's been getting worse. Those little monsters keep threatening our nest. We tried to kill them, but they keep coming back. That answers my question. Alright, we'll help you with your rat problem, but you need to help us first. He turns to his companion. Refresh my memory. Didn't we just help peel a swarm of rat off them a few seconds ago? Isabel heals to face his man scouting. We didn't ask you to do that. We could have handled the rats on our own. We're looking for a friend. She sighs. Alright, describe a friend of yours. She's young, about my age, orcish, with a shaved scalp and dreadlocks. You seen her? I'm afraid not. I wish we had. We'd get to see many strangers here. So how about it? Will you help us with a rat investigation? Yeah, sure, we'll help. Breathes a sigh of release. The rats have been a huge problem for us. Between the damage they've inflicted and the disease they're carrying, they've made it impossible for us to carry on our regular maintenance of the duty of our raft. If you follow us, we'll lead you to the decks below. With your help, we can start cleaning up a ship again. Lead the way. I'll follow. Badge is down here just below. We'll show you down. Okay, so... I wonder where Gobber is. I'm pretty sure she's probably here due to the devil rats. That sounds like a thing the rat shaman would make her do. A shallow pool of standing water is gathered in the platform, separating it across the hatch of the edge of the raft. Electricity arcs over the surface of pools of angry spider webs of blue and white lightning. Whoa! The damn anti-board system's gone haywire again. He points out a crack in the pool. Looks like it's draining It's raining where it's supposed to. She slams the heel on the deck and the face flush red in frustration again. We just fixed the pump last week. Anti-boarding system. Isabel looks up from Kraken Pool, fixes his eyes on the locals. What the hell is this? A bad idea. That's what. Blame the Shadowruns that lived here on the thing before we did. It's like an anti-theft system on the car, only meaner. When it gets tripped, the channel floods and the whole shit, and then the ship's power gets shut into the water. If it can deliver a hell of a shock. She shakes her head. And Kraken Pool. Only now it seems to trigger randomly, and the pump that we installed as a workaround has started to break down at a drop of a hat. Great. Well, it isn't that dangerous, all things considered. He glances at you and sizing you up. You got boots on, right? You could probably just make it across without. Isabel cuts him off with a serious look on his face. It's pouring out. We've both been drenched, and the thing has been put a lot of voltage for your arcs as visible as that. Trying to cross the pool as it is would be a bad idea. A really bad idea. There has to be some way to get across. Maybe we could look at... maybe there are other locals here who can help. It couldn't hurt to look. One way or another, we gotta find a way across this thing. She turns her head away from the dolphin's ears. One that doesn't involve crossing this by foot. Before you sits a very worn and non-functioning water pump. An ancient host leaks down out of the pump and drainage channel along the deck. Looks like pretty busted. Maybe you could fix it with some junk that's lying on the deck. Examine the pumping materials. Up close inspection, you see the surface is clearly neglected. Years of nearly constant use of maintenance has taken the toll on the machine, and it has recently broken down. Heavily scoring burn patterns also indicate the reason why the pump isn't working. A blow fuse. Time to jerry-rig the pump. You pop a rusted metal hatch on the pump, causing it to examine the machine's thin fairy work. If you wanted to, you could bypass the burnout fuse and draw the system and just power directly. Doing so would give you 1 or 2 or more charges, but it also damage the machine beyond repair. Walk away. Okay, let's see if we can find anything to fix it properly. If we could fix it properly, that'd be great. There, okay, $1. Sure, we'll take the grenade. Sure, Isabel can have it. That's glitched out. Good to know. Okay, cool. Can't go over there. There's more locals here. Talk. Let's have both the anti-social deckers talk to people. One of the locals looks up at the sound of approach. The other remains huddled around below fire, their backs arched against the rain. You need something, girl? If not, shove off if fire's taken. We're looking for a friend. Have you seen her? I doubt it. We'll mostly keep to ourselves. She's a new arrival. An old girl about my age, calls herself Gobbet. Seen her around? Never heard of her. If you haven't seen Gobbet, maybe you could tell me more about Malai. She's still in charge of the raft? Yeah, but if you want to talk to her, you're going to have to go down below. The boss lady stays down there by the waterline. I'll stay away if I were you, though. Why? Just do yourself a favour and do as he says, girl. In fact, do us all a favour and get back on the trash heap you're floating on. I promise you'll be happier for it. The water pump on the other side of the deck is below a fuse. Know where I can find a new one? Maybe you could buy any fuse anywhere up here. We tend not to throw things away like that. Check the piles, as bits and bobs usually wind up. I'd watch my hands if I were you. The rats have been known to hide in those piles. The old man chuckles and nods. He's right, it might chew on you if you're not careful. I want you to tell me what's happening here. The old man grunts. It's raining. That's not what she meant. She tells me about devil rats. The local cuts off. Strange thing that had been happening here ever since the beginning. Yeah, there's been all of the usual days, but those damn rats are a big part of that. With all the people who've been getting sick, I've considered picking up and moving away. He chuckles to himself. I've got no place else to go. Been here for about 5 years, and everyone I care about lives on this raft, so I'll stay. I have to go. Okay. I'll go then. Shove off. Old man makes a brushing motion with the back of his hands. If you're smart, you won't stop. You'll stop by until you hit dry land. Okay, that's understood. Damn, that was quick. That was quick. Item replacement fuse. With injector, pump loads his fuses clad to the go deck. With a drift motion, you click in the intact fuse and discover motion. The light of the pump control panel goes from red to green, and the little machine roused to life. Oh, we got more devil rats. Alright, cool. Wow, they can really move. They're not tough, but they can move. Alright, are they all just lining up around my character? God, that's a really good grenade spot. Okay, just gonna get behind here. Isabel, can you switch to this gun? Who do you have the highest chance of hitting? Dear God. Sorry for saying lie to your ship, by the way. That wasn't the intention. You just lined it really well up for like blowing up, guys. Alright, we can't talk to these. Get me? Okay, cool. We can't talk to them anymore. Let's go below. Upon descending the ladder, you find yourself in the cramped converse of a ship container. Interior walls have been erected, corrugated out. The doors have been cut to allow passages from compartment to compartment. There below here is ripe with odor of rotten garbage. Sorry about the state of the place. For us, been keeping our workers too busy to worry about hauling out garbage. But now you're here, you'll be able to set things right. Kill all those little bastards once and for all. Before we go out to the shots, I want you to take to me someone in a position of authority on this reg. Marvel or Candace, say. Or Gobbert. We don't know anyone named Gobbert. Candace is sick, he's in quarantine link. He probably doesn't have long. Marvin is below us on the lower decks. She's a busy woman though. She's the only one who keeps this place afloat. Take us to Malava. I want a word with her. Follow us, we'll take it right to her. Let's see what she has to say. Because I'm more suspicious of her. This is a bit of like an our character thing, but like... Oof, go flip that. Let's see what's in here. Let's get some ideas of what's going on. A middle-aged woman standing slouched position with black hair and reinforced door. With a low emotion, she turns her head to you and stares at you. News, folks, I'll be damned. She ships and grunts. What the hell are you doing here? What's behind that door there? She runs her tongue over teeth. Storage closet, nothing worthwhile. Don't even know why we've been standing watching over that thing. But those are rules, and you can't question the rules. I'm questioning them right now. What did rules ever do for you? Well, keep me alive for one. She sticks her lips and nods. That means I'm doing better than some. Has following rules ever gotten anyone hurt or killed? She pauses and considers. Sure, I guess, but maintaining a raft like this is dangerous work. Sometimes accidents can happen. Doesn't mean you should have to do your job. All we have to earn our keep. It sounds like disobeying rules can get you killed, but obeying them can get you killed too. So what's the difference between the two? I don't know, maybe there isn't one. The guard blinks, a look of confusion blanking her face. If there's no difference between the following the rules and breaking them, could you open the door for us? She reaches in and pulls a lever. You hear the mechanic go, hear yourself, knock yourself out. I feel kind of bad, not gonna lie. Don't know if we're even meant to be doing this, I'm just like, hey, what's up? The local woman standing guards knows that some strangers. You've picked a bad time to come visit. We aren't visiting, we're looking for a friend. And you're out, look, I haven't seen anyone outside of quarantine for weeks. You want to talk to someone, talk to a dwarf. I'm busy. She has up a weapon. I need to keep my eyes out for more of those little bastards. We can't let them in here and sneak in here for what happened to Simon. Best of luck. Alright. Makes sense. The door is heavily reinforced, barricade on the left side with bulldozer to take out. Alright, so... yeah, it seems to loop around. Let's go talk to the sick dwarf. A stocky dwarf leans against walls and the containment room. His skin is sallow and it hangs off his bulky frame like a half-decent balloon. You see plenty of sick people in the barren addicts, BTL heads, people whose immune systems have been ravaged by disease. This guy looks worse. That is some cool art, not gonna lie. Hello, stranger. Don't see new faces on raft today, he sighs. But you're here, so you want something. Now what'd it be? Isabel frowns. We're looking for a we're friends with Gobber. Seen her around? He chuckles. Friends, if you're looking for Gobber, you're about 3 years too late. Your friend isn't here, and you've stumbled into what's kind of lost. What's your name, friend? Me, I'm nobody important. He coughs on his sleeve. Alarmingly wet. Just a man waiting to die. You haven't seen Gobber lately? No, I haven't seen the girl in years. I loved her in mine. She was a good friend a while back. What's wrong with this place? Besides for uninvited guests, you mean? He struggles inside his cough. We got a rat problem, we've noticed. Don't let what happened to me happen to you too. You want my advice? Get out of here. Get before you get bit. He gestures to his man down here, heaps cloth. If you don't, you might wind up on the deathbed right by my side. We'll leave you in peace. Yeah, you do that. If you should happen to find Gobber, bring her by. I haven't seen her in a long time. It'd be good for me to talk to her again before I die of this damn disease. Okay, so local inhabitants. She doesn't want to talk to me, does she? Move along outside. Alright. Seems to be spread by bites. We're looking for a friend of ours. Maybe you've seen her. Nope, no, I haven't seen a friend of yours, sorry. You don't even know who a friend looks like yet. How can you be so sure you haven't seen her? No one comes down here today, but not a soul. Didn't see anyone yesterday either, and I can't remember much past. She smiles, revealing a crumbling cell and nicotine-stained teeth. Bad memory. Can't do much about it. Who are you? Her name's Lisa, but everyone calls me Lise. Everybody on the raft does. Walk away, I'm just... Okay, something's going on, and I don't like what's going on, I'm gonna be honest. It seems like there's a mystery afoot, and my brain is thinking, what is the mystery? Someone tagged a relative fresh, she hasn't been here for long. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a shop down there. No, so I thought it said shipping ambulance. The man's down before he looks cleaner than most of the skull on the shipping ship. There's no streak of grease on his cheek, and his clothes look freshly launched. He leers as you approach. Well, what do we have here? Strangers on the humble raft, exploring our leaky bowels. Man grins, revealing a scent of cavernous gaps in his teeth. He hefts up the swimming breath with clothing stain. Welcome to the single ship. Now tell me what I want. Who are you? May you address me as Mercurio? He bows slightly, a cog stain sloshing in his glass. At your service. We're looking for a friend of ours, an orc, 19 years old, goes by the name Gobber. Oh! And she ran away from you, did she? He grins. Well, ran all the way here to our little piece of water. Have you seen her or haven't you? Insistent thing, aren't you? He puts his lips into a crystalline sniffer and slurps a mouthful of liquid. No. I haven't seen a runaway friend, but if you do run into her, I'll tell her that you're looking. What do you do on the raft? A bit of that, a bit of that. A bit of that, a bit of this, a bit of that. I'm an artist, or rather I used to be. An artist and a socialite, a man about town. He spreads his sense. By town I mean raft, of course. Now I mostly find myself shut away here on the sinking ship's upper deck. I've been festering away here for months, desperate to cling to the finer things of in life, he sniffs. Quite a tale of woe, really. That's it, you just loiter and around and socialize? A fine and noble profession, he takes a sip, swirls the brandy in his mouth. But you're a street-level operative, right? No, blue-collar work. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Now, if that's all, that'll be quite old. He glances at the door, walks away. I'll leave you to your business. Alright, man. Weird guy. Oh, place is pretty big. Wow, there's a pool of blood around you. The squad is immensely medical attention. Her torso is a gory mess, and an overexpanded pool lies at her feet, and she's well on the way of bleeding out. She peers at you, her face like eye set into her alarming face. Please, help me. Sure, we'll use a medkit. Hold on, this might sting a little. You crack open a medkit and goes to work. Within minutes, you're running a stout line drip into her arm and settling her wounds with liquid. The final slap of adrenaline and painkillers gets the woman up on her feet. Slinking, she extends a hand in greeting. I don't know who you are, stranger, but you just saved my life. If I can return a favor, let me know. We're looking for a friend of ours, a female orc, 19. Have you seen her? She shakes her head. Afraid not. I'm not able to focus much ever since the bullet in my gut, being fading in and out. If your friend is here, I hope she's managed to avoid the welcoming committee. The local we met up. Tell you the topside, you mean? An elf and a dwarf? She knows. I don't trust them, and neither should you. Don't know where their loyalties lie. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for letting us know. She, like I said, I owe you my life. Giving you friendly warning is the least I can do. What's your name, friend? Marlan. Everyone calls me Sparrow. It's good to meet you, Sparrow. Better luck for you to meet me than I meet you. If I hadn't, I think I'd be bleeding out right now. How did you get shot? I was part of the last mutiny attempt. Made it through that all right, but I guess I made some enemies. I don't know who shot me, but I'm a fair bet someone on the boat is holding a grudge. Walks away. I'll leave you to it. Alright, but if you ever need anything, you know where to find me. Alright. Cool, we saved that person. Good deed of the day. Terminal. The slender woman on his chubby looks up from a frown. You can't help but notice the scars on her neck. Do I know you? What are you doing on this raft? We're looking for a friend of ours. She's an orc, but blah. We're looking for Gobbet. I know he's Gobbet. I haven't seen her for years. You're going on the wrong raft now, unless there's anything. What's your name? She eyes you weirdly. Nobody important. Just a worker trying to keep afloat. Let's leave that out, please. Have you had any close encounters with the devil rats? Yeah, don't go downstairs unless you absolutely have to. Lower decks are cooling with things. I'll leave you to your work. Thanks, and be careful out there. Let's go up to the terminal. Water drips down from a leaky ceiling, swirling against the case of ancient terminal. It's a miracle that this thing's still functioning. The blinking green cursor awaits your input. Access the terminal. New rigs. Read first message. Try and answer. We need to talk about the new regulations that we handed down. Look, I know I used to be an important merchant marine. I get it. I know how important producers on the boat, but I know the mindset that we're working against. But some things with the new rigs are bordering draconian. They've gotten in the way of our maintenance crew downstairs. Orders is a good thing. Micromanaging isn't. So let's talk about it, okay? Second message. To Anderson, Camas. We got the hell of an investigation going on the lower levels, and we need to start doing something about it. Can I count on you and your boys to help me out? I know that M would frown on what I'm proposing, but she isn't doing anything to help. We need to take matters into her own hands before things get ugly. Okay, so it looks like she ignored the rat problem until it was realized. This is exactly what I was afraid of, see? Those bloody rats have eaten us out of house and home, and now the food supply is gone. We've decided to turn on us. It's pretty clear that M can't or won't use her magic to fix this, so let's deal with the fallout. I've heard the upstate maintenance crew set aside a couple of containers as quarantine areas and sick rooms. It's inevitable that we're going to start seeing people get sick, and we need a place to live in. If we don't, we're going to all be on a panic on our hands. VITS deaths aren't pretty. Fourth message. Yes, I tell your brother that I got his note, and I don't know what all of this is about, but I have a guess, and if I'm right, well, I'm in. Things are about to change around here, and for all our sakes. Alright? Whoops, there's claw marks on the floor. Let's go. These scratches look like they're made by claws. But they're much bigger than anything Delrak can make. Alright, that's not terrifying. Hello, ship inhabitants. How are you? Another squalor, and there's being up than most. Bloody bandages wrap around his knuckles, and one of his orbital sockets has been crushed, deformed on the silhouette of his face. He peers out from a mix of suspicion and hostility. Don't recognize you. That means you're new here. His voice comes out a horse's croak. picked a bad place to go sightseeing. I was like, man, you okay, man? You don't look so good. No, I'm not okay. I've been beaten up and going blind in one eye. Now tell me what you want so I can be on my way. What's your name? My name, Ivan Fu. That all? Can I go? We're looking for a friend. Female Orc 19, calls herself Goblet. Haven't seen her, sorry. Tell me about the sinking ship. I want to hear your take on what's happening. It's all going to shit. Rats everywhere, people dying, smelling like a garbage cow. He grunts. That satisfy your curiosity, outsider? Can you tell me any more? It's important. Look, Iron Dan's welcome to me. I'm just a bloody old man who wants to get back to the squad. If you want more on the boat, ask someone else. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Something's going on this boat, and I'm pretty sure it's dealing with the old leader, because she's a rat shaman as well, and she doesn't want to fight the devil rats. Okay, cool, let's go. It's up this way, through the door here. As you approach, something catches your eye. A vent on the wall. Movements, something inside. Behind you, devil rats! Panic-stricken, they've been turned, their weapons raised. There's a flurry of motion, larger than an explosion out of the vents. Goblet launches a weapon. Don't go in there, it's a trap. Damn. Alright, thanks, Goblet. No, that's my drone. Oh, god damn it. Whoopsie daisy. Impossible shot. Missed, yeah. Okay, cool. Need to have to get closer. I'm on target. Isabel. I love the grenade launcher. It's so much fun. The bloody torso of her gun on the side, raising a pair of trembling eyes. Her eyes go wide with terror. I'm sorry, we didn't want to do it. We didn't have a choice. Word comes out spilling a frantic bubble. She ordered us to. What are you talking about? Explain yourself. I don't know what it is. It talks with Mav's voice, but it isn't her. Helpless tears stream down her cheeks, clinging to her skin like beads of dawn leaf. If you want to live, you have to do what we say. I'm going to let you live, but don't let me regret it. The squaller collapses against the wall, sobbing uncontrollably. God dusts herself on and paces towards you. Hey Seattle. I don't remember inviting you on this run, but I guess I'm glad you could have made it. She looks at her towards the squaller's ruined body. You're welcome, by the way. What the hell is going on here? Are you alright? We came looking for you. Really? I thought you were visiting the sinking ship for its wonderful food and beautiful views. She flashes you a weak smile. And yeah, I'm okay. Look, I'm sorry about all the sudden entrances and everything. I just wish I had time to explain what was going on. But I didn't, because, well, she shrugs. Trap. Yeah, don't mention it. What kind of trap are we talking about here? The kind where you end up dead. Look, I don't know exactly what they're planning to do, but I've seen them lead people through those doors before. She gestures towards the heavy double doors at the end of the wall. Those people who I watched go in there never came back out. Not one. They just scream and scream, and when the doors open again, they're gone. Well, thanks for warning. She shrugs. Don't mention it. There's a long, awkward pause. Finally, Isabel takes a step forward. So, now that we're all together, do you want to tell us why you came back here? Or we'd have gone with you, Goblet. All of us. All you had to do was tell us. She raises her hand. Yeah, I know. But I figured this one was on me, and I didn't want to wait another minute. Besides, I had a plan. Yeah, and what kind of plan was that? A pretty simple one. All I wanted to do is get a lay of land, sneak around a bit, maybe find my old friends and get some answers. I didn't come here to get into a firefight, and it was easier to be quiet, solo, than it would be dragging you two around. No offense. So you screwed the place out. Fine, mission accomplished. What are you doing now? Yeah, the place is fucked. I'm gonna sink it. Oh, if that was the least morally corrupt choice I've seen someone make in these games. Wait a second, what? The sinking ship is doomed, Seattle. I can feel the second I set foot on board. She shakes herself. Earlier than that, even. On some level, I think I could feel it back home. That's why I can stop thinking about this place. Whatever's happening here, it's wrong. The whole place feels off to me, somehow, maybe even toxic. I came back to find my friends Canvas and Minerva to check on them. Instead, I found a swarm of man-eating rats, a death trap, and a bunch of squads who seem to be intent on killing me. The tone becomes brisk. So I'm gonna kill them right back, and I'm gonna use the sculling charges that are still embedded in the hull to do that. I've already handed the ones on this level, but I haven't gone down below yet. We need to activate the charges before waterline if we're ever gonna sink this thing down. And so we're heading next, downwards. Not quite, on the canvas trap, and I don't know how to get past it yet, she frowns. Minor setback, right? So the next step is to figure that out. Makes sense to me. Time to go ask some pointed questions then. She nods enthusiastically. Nobody on this level must know how to get past that thing. I'd put my money on Canvas knowing if we can find him. He was way more of a mechanic than he was a shaman. Let's go. I'm gonna try and not stink the ship. I'm gonna be honest. That's insane. I know it's rotten, but like we want to get the people off first. Hey, sick dwarf. The dwarf milky eyes traces over here, approaches. A wave of recognition wash over his face. I mean, I appreciate the simplicity of it. Oh, this thing's toxic. This thing's evil? Blow it up. Burn it to the ground. It's a very simple plan. I like it. But also, can we get the people off before we blow it up? But, sorry, just go stretch. But his movements remain lethargic. Eventually, he manages to slur out a few words. Gobbet, back after all this time. Yeah, I'm sorry to keep it so long. Gobbet stares at the door, fly dead. It's good to see you, Cad. Gobbet told me about you. How are you feeling? Perfect, thanks for asking. He struggles to contain a burst of coughing. I mean, I'm dying, and my home has gone to shit, and we're probably going to sink into the bay, but otherwise, I'm great. With visible effort, he shifts his focus to Gobbet. Welcome home, girl. Been a long time. She swallows. Candace, Save it, I'm not mad. He squeezes his eye shut. I'm mostly happy to hear your voice again. It's been a long time, friend. Are you sick, Candace? He grins between his musky eyes and hollow cheeks and at the end of his ghastly. Ill, I would say so. Definitely ill. VITS, which let me Google. Let me grab a phone. Because I want to know what that acronym means. Because I'm assuming it is an actual acronym because there's a bunch of acronyms in this setting. VITAS Shadowrun. Let me see what this is called. VITAS Shadow. Viral induced toxic allergy syndrome, mostly known as VTS, is an illness caused by high lethal, high concentrations of an airborne virus. Alright then. VITS is a real bitch. Even the neutral strain like this one can really knock you on your ass. You'll be okay, Cad. You're a dwarf and a shaman. That's 2 big points in your favor. You're gonna walk this off, you see. Spare me the prep talk. I'm too tired to talk. He coughs into his sleeve. Cad, save it. I know what my chances look like, and they aren't good. I've seen a lot of our friends load into those cots, Gobbet. They all went into garbage bags. Anyway, he wrestles his mouth with a friendly smile. Let's talk about something else. What's doom and gloom is getting to me. What happened here? Bad things. A lot of good people died. Something's gone wrong on the raft, Gobbet. You know what I mean? Toxic. Yeah, I can feel it too. It feels like some way back home. Clears up a throat, but it takes a moment for a voice catch up. Candace, what are our friends? What happened to Yasmin and Anderson and Lavin? Anderson's dead. He never ever made it into the sick room. Just disappeared. I don't know where he went. He stabs his finger downwards to the floor. Yasmin's still with us. Small favors, still small favors, right? But the fight has got to her. She's contained to do what she's told and terrible. Minerva ain't Minerva anymore. What is she? I don't know what it is. Definitely toxic. But as for what it is, his voice trails off. Cam just stares up as Gobbet helplessly. I just realised this team probably isn't the best to help with a spiritual infestation. 2 Deckers and 1 Shaman. Not the best magic busting team in the world. Minerva went off the rails because of that damned bauble that I gave her. That's what happened, isn't it? Yeah, and her girl, it's something else. He struggles to contain another cough. Eventually it passes. But yeah, that shiny red egg that you and Sue lifted from the, is because of it. The ugliness was already inside of her, but that thing brought it out. She squeezes her eyes shut. She balls her hands into fists. Shit. Yeah, that's... Isn't your fault, Gobber? You had to give her that thing to stop the mutiny. I know, Seattle. I did what I had to do. No regrets. But I'm pretty fucking angry about what happened afterwards. You and me both, kid. I'm as angry as I've ever been, and twice as frightened. His cheeks had a heave of deep bronchial cough racked his body, and a grim disaster spits out on his wad of bloody phlegm. You haven't seen what happened to Mariava, or what she's become. You need to rest. We should put this on hold, and he raises a hand cutting shot. Got no time to rest. You're going to need to hear what you're up against. You ever heard of the Rat King? An old folklore thing? Bunch of rats fused together with their tails wrapped and twisted into... Dear God, was that run way back when? Foreshadowing. I didn't expect that. Did not expect that. Damn. What difference? What? God. Foreshadowing. Yeah. Shadowrun. Foreshadowing my Shadowrun. What? That's what Mal became. I don't know how many different spirits have tied her into essence, but at least time I opened my third eye to her. I can see where they ended up being. What does this even mean? I've never heard of. It means she aren't human anymore, girl. Her aura is bound to other things, alien things, all tangled and twisted together. So she's either a toxic shaman, or worse, possessed by a horror. Both are bad. Both are real bad. They're all being one now. A Rat King. It talks like Minerva, but it ain't one. So she's a Rat King. So this Rat King is still human, physically speaking. Don't know. I've heard rumors of a meat's body is changing too. I haven't seen it for myself, but I don't want to know. A long wet cough interrupts his speech. He wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. The talisman that is the Rat King is holding, the shiny object. Do you know how it works? Nah, I tried to assess it once. The only thing I took away from my experience was maligned. Felt like they were railroad spikes behind my eyes for days. All I could tell for certain that it still works. As long as the Rat King's connected to that thing, you can't hurt it. Any holes that you put into its body will close up on its own. So what do you expect? So what are we expected to do up against that? If the bauble makes the thing unkillable, then you find a way to get the bauble away from it. Goblet managed to do that to Zhang's rebellion. I'll bet she could do that again. Did you try and fight the Rat King? Yeah. I had enough, and I had a lot of us, and we took a page from old Sue's book. He offers a skim grin. We mutinied. He gestures to a revering body and coats the sick room. This is what left our side. Been locked in here for 5 days now, waiting for VITS to finish your job. The rest of us got fed on white rats. Doesn't seem to have gone very well. A half smile on his face evaporates. No, it didn't. Truth is, we weren't prepared for how many of those bastard rats Minerva bred, and we weren't expecting for our shipmates to have to fight on our behalf. Why would others stop you from taking the ship back? That doesn't make sense. Why do you think, girl? Fear. Fear of death. Fear of being gnawed apart by hundreds of vermin. Fear of that thing. So you're saying the people here aren't brainwashed, they're just afraid. Scared shitless is a better way of putting it, and I don't blame them. If we're the crazy ones for trying to fight that thing. See? Shadowrunners are just adventurous. They're crazy. Okay, if the Rat King soldiers only serve it because they're afraid, maybe you can turn them away from it. Could do. That might rally someone around someone they know. Maybe someone who lived with them and fought with them years ago. He has got this. That was a subtle hint, girl. I got a bad idea. We're gonna get you and your people onto lifeboats. I'm gonna send this thing into the bottom of the bay and racking going with it. You can't mean that. This is our home. We got nowhere else to go, Gobbert. I'm not gonna let that thing force us to torch this raft. You already tried it your way. Look what happened. Isabel steps in. Maybe it's a good idea to leave this place. I've lived in places like this before. I've seen what I can do to people. She grew up in a wood siege, Cad. Then she knows what we've got to look forward to if we're sinking this raft, because we sure as hell can't afford to live anywhere else. He canes his neck back to look at Gobbert, pleading, desperation burning his eyes. Gobbert, listen, it isn't too late for the sinking ship. We can turn this around. My mutiny failed because Rat King knew things that we didn't. You always can succeed, you'll try. She shakes her head up persistently. My gut says that you should sink a raft. It said that from the moment I arrived here, that what Rat wants me to do. That's what we're gonna do. God, the choice. Gobbert is a rat shaman, and this place is probably kind of corrupted, but I don't want to, like, send these people to... But also, Candace is also a rat shaman. I said, Gobbert, Candace might be right. If we drum up enough support, I think we could retake a single ship. Her eyes narrow. Have you forgot the first lesson I taught you, Sail? Always go with your gut. My gut says, spare us for lecture, Gobbert. Candace is right. We're going off half-cocked again. Truth is, we can save the raft if you want to. If you don't, tell us and we'll sink it. Look, Gobbert, things have changed since you decided to sink a raft. You see that, right? She sets her jaw deep into breath and swallows. Alright, Cat. If you're willing to keep up your end, I'm willing to help you help you with your mutiny. But if your people fuck it up, I'm sinking this thing. Got it? Yeah, and thanks. With your help, we can do this. That remains to be seen. She raises her hand. Go on, get moving. The cavern is as many people as you told to help us that time comes. Whoever you don't bring brought around to our side is going to fight against us, so you better be thorough about it. When you're ready to make us a move, we'll trigger the ship's onboard alliance system, 2 blasts, and we'll start kicking down the door. Alright, Cat, 2 blasts and we'll start the mutiny. But if we sound the alarm once and leave it, you'll get people in the hell of this raft. Got it? 1 blast for sinking the raft. You do that and I'm kicking your bony ass here to Macaca. But yeah, I hear you. I'll be right back. I've got a phone just started ringing, so I'll be right back quickly. And predictably, it was a spam call. Love those. But 1 blast means blah blah. Another long black cough. Blood crack Rex's body. You got that, all stranger? You know what they're supposed to do? We convince people to join, then trigger the alarm. 1 blast means we're sinking the raft. 2 blast means we're mutinying. Got it. Good. And got that. Thank you. It does mean good to know that you're with us on this. Alright, so let's... God, we're going to need to drum these people out of apathy and fear when we do not have charisma. Let's go to the top. Okay, cool. Due to recent weather issues, 3 people are allowed on top of it. Okay, cool. We can't get back up to the top. There's 1 person that we do know that will be down for this. This person. Sparrow. Let's talk to her. Because she said she owes us a favor. Thanks for helping. We're going to take another run at Racking, and we're going to kill her this time. We could use your help. I want to help, I do, but I can't do much without supplies. She licks her lips, considering. I'll make a deal. If you hook me up with some medical supplies, I'll join your mutiny. I've only got one medkit left, but Isabel and Gobbo sure has some. I'll give her my medkit. She gratefully accepts the supplies that you offer. A deal's a deal, and I'll endeavor to repay. Then you go make the move on racking. I'll be willing to help. Good. Head to the quarantine area and meet up with Canvas. He'll let you know what to do. I have a few things to take care of first. Bye, well. You got my word on that. All right. That's another person down. It's one person down. Now time to get the socialite on board somehow. He's back. He smiles down at Isabel, salutes his last. And tell me why. We're taking the sinking ship back from the racking. Want to help us? God damn. Wow, I'm afraid not. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Okay, that's right. Don't see that? Of course, I'm not a fool, but fighting racking also would be a wonderful way to get myself killed, and I'm not keen of that happening. Listen, if we can't rally enough support to make this mutiny happen, we're sinking the raft. Ah, I suppose I don't have a choice then. Count me in. Okay then, that was fairly easy. Sinking the raft or doing it. Okay, maintenance notice. Lower decks off limits. Okay, I'm just gonna say because I'm pretty sure we're racking through that door, and I don't want to activate a fight. It's below deck, so I'm like, is there more people in here? Ah, there is thick in here, and the stench is sinister. It smells like damp cardboard and a stain of urine. Gobbet sways her head ruminally, noise crack. Well, that's foul. Don't get any further into the room, either of you. We don't know if, we don't know how to disarm the trap yet. Yeah, back away, let's get out of it. I forgot there's a trap in here, isn't there? We forgot to ask Canvas about that. We should probably go see if we can ask him about that. There's a trap room at the end of the hall. Know anything about that? Yeah, me and my crew built that thing. Let me guess, Minerva's orders. He nods. First thing she asked us to do after Zoo's little rebellion. We started working on that thing the week after you left. Yasmin was in charge of the project. Can you tell us how to get past it? No, he coughs and his sleeves. No, but Yaz can. She should be somewhere on this level. Go find her and I'll tell her I sent you. Well, we will. Thanks, Cad. He dabs his face with blood from it. Don't mention it. We should go. Hang in there, man. When did all this start? It must have been sometime after Gobbet left. Nah, not long. Not long. Maybe a week or so. We couldn't see it. We couldn't see it at the time, but we happened to be when it was happening. But I'd stake my life on it. I don't get this. Everything was fine when I left. I mean, the vibe had changed, but Minerva was still Minerva. If anything, she was even stronger than the woman I had known. Yeah, and she got stronger, right? Strong and mean. It all started a couple of months after Sue's mutiny. Minerva started prosperous new rules. She said she would crack down on infestations, keep order, and keep us safe. But over time, those rules kept piling on, and gradually, the punishments started getting worse. She became paranoid. He gives a shallow nod. Yeah, that's right. That's what I meant when I say she had it all in a whole along. She cracks. I don't think Minerva could even describe as she anymore. She, it, really, a they. Our friend is dead, or changed so much that she might as well be. And things that are wearing her skin don't belong in this world. We should go. Hang in there, man. I ain't going anywhere. Be safe. All right. So good to know. We got to take down a horror from the spirit world. Glad to hear you're on a side, stranger. When time comes for a mutiny, can count me in. Man, you're chill. Let's get Lass on board if we can. You've a guard turns you face you, you're back in life. Iraqing has ruled here for long enough. We're taking it down. We could use your help. Eyes go wide. You'll get yourself killed, even taking that. You'll get me killed with you. Get the hell out of here now. I won't be part of another damn mutiny. Think. Does this help you for Iraqing to stay in control? She screeches and bull rushes you. I warned you not to talk. Okay, cool. Ooh, okay, cool. Can't get damaged anymore because I don't want to take on a... let's not use grenade. It's a bit overkill. Okay, cool. Well, that sucks, but I mean, she's dead, so she can't rebel against us if she wants to. So we done this, done that. We can't talk to those guys. Let's talk to this guy to see if he wants to join in, and then we can talk to Yasmin. You again, Leeds. We're taking... Did the Rat King's people do that to you? No, I was caught in the crossfire. The mutineers did this to me, though I was with the Rat King. All I wanted to do was go home. Instead, my right eye only sees double. No, that won't be my argument from now. But, like, she attacked us first when we were like, hey, maybe it's in your best interest to go against Rat King, and she freaked out and shot us. My thing is, well, at least she won't rebel against us when the actual mutiny happens. That's my argument. I could hardly use my hands. The calmness in his voice relieves. Thanks for asking. I know you're hurting, but there are other ways to help fighting. Oh, I can fight. Don't you worry about that. He glances down his bandages arms. Might be best if I wait a week or two. Even if I'm staying, I can hold my own. I used to be damned good with a blade. Paid off pretty penny with a custom forged one for me. That blade is a lovely thing. Useful in and out. I always liked that blade. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a small tool. And what happened to this blade of yours? Damn it. Lost it, I don't know. He pulls out a basing knife in his pocket. How about you, stranger? You stay standing with a blade? Damn, any idea where it is? No, and even if I did, you think I'll tell a stranger what to find it? The blade was the most prized possession. If anyone's gonna find it, it's gonna be me. We're taking Rat back from Rat King, and we can use your help. Can we count on you? He chuckles. Well, you're all fools. The last two mutinies failed, and yours will fail too. Even if you didn't have a chance, it was Candace and the boys that did this to me. You think I'm gonna cozy up with them? I'm sorry they hurt you, but like you said, you got caught in a crossfire. People get hurt in these situations, it happens. Candace never intended to harm you. Rat King, on the other hand. I said no. I'm not putting my neck out on anyone. I'm gonna ride this thing out and let it be. If you have, Rat King could have killed us at any moment's notice, and it's only a matter of time before it does. Can't you see that? Shadowrun, hell yeah. You hard of hearing? I said no. That's final. I'm not laying my life on the line for you, or Canvas, or for anyone else. Shadowrun, wake up. You're living in a war zone. You don't choose to side. Not choosing a side won't keep you safe. It will get you killed. He stares at you. His eyes with his good eye. You're right. I know that. I know it's most, but I can't just pack up and leave. No, nobody can. Rat King won't let us. Then we'll have to kill the fucking thing, won't we? He stares at you with his good eyes. It's subtle, and something his expression changes. Grows hard. You're a killer girl? I do it for a living. We all do. And maybe you got a chance. He grits his teeth, grabs his touch, and ruins his collapsed stance and sobbing. To hell with it. I'm in. When you make your move, we'll do what I can do to help. You made the right decision. Go to Candace and wait for our signal. I will. Alright, okay, one last person. Okay, cool. Find Candace. We've already found Candace. We organised a mutiny pretty well. Hey Yasmin, what's up? Gobbit, you're back! Hello Yasmin. It's a good time to see you. Yeah, you too. Where the hell have you been all these years? Oh, on a different boat, funny enough. Yaz, I'm a little out of the loop on what's happening here. Could you do me a solid and fill us in? Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about it, but I'll tell you what happened. Tell us what's been happening here. She looks uneasy. Well, we're still struggling to deal with the Del rat infestation. You probably know about them. With all the rats running around, we aren't many volunteers to maintain the crew anymore. It gets lonely out here. She abruptly stops talking, her cheek flushes red. That's it. That's all I have to say. Yaz, you're talking to me here. So you tell me what's going on. I can't help you if I don't know what's happening. Yasmin's eyes dart up and down the hall, scanning for anyone who might be coming. Her eyes begin to shake. After a moment, she leans towards Gobber and lowers her voice into a whisper. Alright, alright. Yeah, alright, she swallows. The raft is cursed. By racking, you mean. Your brother told us about it. A voice comes out terrified whisper. Yeah, it's spies everywhere. Rats. There's monsters and the kind on two legs. If you don't do what it says, things happen to you. And if it talks over the intercom using Minerva's voice, but that isn't her. Yeah, I know it has. One way or another, I'm gonna kill her. She whispers change, then fierce, her eyes burn with intensity. Good. She claps her hand over her mouth, and her eyes wide, her entire body shaking. Thanks, Yaz, that helps. Believe it or not, it helps. She nods mournfully, still struggling to calm herself. Camden said you were in charge of building the trap in the end of the hall. Yeah, that was me. I didn't build the thing, but I did to help Minerva to keep her safe. I regret it ever since. We could use the help, Yaz. We need to get below decks, and we need to do it in one piece. Could you help us get past that trap you built? I think so. It's been a long time, but I think I can remember what wires you need to start to snip the disarm the thing. She fumbles in her pocket, grabs a napkin, and pursues the greasy pencil from the breast pocket and begins to draw. There's a hidden access panel on the floor. You'll never find it if you didn't know you were looking for it. You snip those wires here and one here. She scrolls the napkin slowly and flips the lever. Do that and you're done. The trapdoor won't trigger and you won't get dumped in a pit into the killing pit. The killing pit? She presses the napkin to gob it. It's pretty much what you'd expect. She snatches the napkin from Yaz's hands. Thanks, Yaz. You don't know how badly we need this. I guess. I can guess. Camden sent you after me after all. She smiles weakly. Best of luck. I'll leave you to your work. Thanks, and be careful out there. So we organized. We're gonna have to fight a horror. Maybe a horror. I don't know if toxic spirits count as horrors. I'm pretty sure they do. Following the greasy pencil diagram, you locate behind a metal. With a slightly raised edge, you hook your finger under it, revealing the access panel. That's a good sign. Follow Yasmin's instruction to disarm the trap. The instructions are surprisingly easy to follow. 3 snaps with a pocket knife and a rewired connection later, the floor-spanning trapdoor has been disarmed. That was easy. She beams at you. Go on, Cial. Take the lead. I think you earned it. Gee, thanks. Okay, how do we self-alarm? I'm gonna save because obviously I want the meeting to go well. Oh, that's a lovely sign. Stepping into a room is wandering into a killing floor of slaughter. There isn't an inch of ground that isn't caked with spilled blood. The stench of the floor in your nostrils is overpowering as its veil. Its stench is rotten beef and stale vomit, warm blood coated into chemicals floor, and left as sun to cook. The buzzing flies around your ears helps you bring you to your senses. Bulking against the light and modeling pile, the piles of dead bodies stack nearly as high. Focus on the bodies. None of these people died cleanly, not one. In one way or another, each carcass has been ripped apart. Some have been riddled with bullets, others have been sliced apart with blades and shredded like chastity. The end result is always the same. Another fresh corpse, its eyes frozen open in agony and surprise. Gobbert's jaw dropped in horror, her eyes moving across from atrocity to atrocity, her cheeks drained with colour. But, no, Ross Simon, no, old rat, old this. God drops, gasps for a way to finish her force. She doesn't find one. I'm sorry, Gobber. I know these people were your friends. A lot of them were. Some of them I didn't know. Her eyes remained locked onto the nearest pile of corpses. They all deserve better than this. Barracking is supposed to be down on this level. This means we're heading in the right direction. After seeing this, I don't think Rad's worth saving. We should go back to my original plan as well. Send this thing to the bottom. That's where it belongs. You can't do this, Gobbert. We already told Candace that we're going to help him. He's been getting all the other mutinies ready to fight, not to allow you, Kate. If we sink this thing now, there might not be time to make it off the boat. We'll tell them to change our minds using the alarm systems. They'll make it out, trust me. We made a promise, Gobbert. I think we should keep it. She sighs. I think it's a stupid idea, Cial. But if you really want to do this, then I'll help you get it done. At least that way, I'll get to look the Rat King in the eye as I kill it. Damn right. If we're going to do this, we need to find Minerva's old cabin. It should be west of here. Got it. I'll have to get the shiny object away from her if you want to kill her. That's probably gonna be tricky. I don't know if though she'll just let me slaughter it up if I take it. We do tricky things every day. You can handle this. You can handle this too. Of course we can. She rolls her soldiers and excels heavily. Alright, let's do this. Okay, we got Soling charges there. We got optional find and rearm. Find and rearm, optional use for. Where's the alarm system? Because I don't know where the alarm system is. Now that you trade. Okay, we got rats. God damn, 4 damage. Wow, there's a lot of these guys. Oh no, oh wow, it's bubble up ones. Let me run over here. Turn on my little buddy. Perfect. No! Whoops. Alright, that changed my plan. Yep, that definitely changed my plan. My original was I got out of cover by mistake. Okay, 8 damage. That's not nice. I was meant to do this. Okay, cool. Cool. God, this is like a lot. Okay, there's more skull charges there. We'll take that. Heal over time, that's nice. More skull charges. This door is heavy. It could easily block from the inside. It's almost as if it's inviting you. That's Minerva's old cabin, the sea of power for the sinking ship. That's a rare racking. Once we go in there, there's no going back. There's no charge changing our minds when we're planning to pick to fight. What do you say, Eugene? Are we going to do this or not? Back away. We're going to back away a bit because we need to find some stuff. Because we are going to do the mutiny plan. Because, well, Gobbert's like, these people live here and I don't want to ruin their lives. That is a security system. And there's a fight going to take place in here, apparently. Pull the lever twice to signal Caminal to start the mutiny. The alarm system blares once, then twice. With the sound of it moments later, the distant sounds of gunshots are fired from above. Let's go fight the Rat King. We're gonna save beforehand. We started a mutiny. Hopefully everything goes well up there. The door is heavily. It's easy to be blah blah. Okay. That is a really cool model, but you are utterly disgusting. The thing looms over. It's over you, horrifying. A twisted amalgamation of a woman and a swarm, knotted together in a single hole. Gobbets. That is a cool art. Okay, so she's just a swarm of rats. The creature's voice is uneven, 1,000 rambling voices all intertwined and laid on top of my neighbor's cabin, cultural speaking. You have returned to us, little mouse. You investigated our own ancestry. The Rat King shifts his gaze towards an altar. A gleaming red gem stored has been resonating. The keystone, the source of our unity, the front of our power makes us strong. Your gift to us, little mouse, gave us what we needed to bring the raft to order. Gobbert's nose wrinkles in reversion. On her shoulder, madness and folly scar and chitter. Save us a speech from Ava, or wherever you are. I'm not talking here. The body isn't going to do you any favors, by the way. You look like a furry tree stump. The creature leans forward into the light. A fine piercing face with cheekbones and vermin staring down at you. The carpet of living vermin that bury the rest of Minerva's hair struggles and shrieks. Our new body is beautiful, is beauty itself, unity of biology and unity of purpose. Okay, so she is either an insect spirit, or again, as I said, a horror, which I'm pretty sure they're like similar things. What you are is a monster. Minerva, what happened to you? We are not Minerva, we are one, bonded together for all of time. The thing's voice rose to a roar, and you hear other sounds folded into it, a cacophonous gibberish thing. We are order, out of chaos, death of entropy, the death of entropy, a glorious unity. Oh fuck this. She pulls out the side of her weapon. We're here to kill this thing, not to let it talk us to death. Attack Rat King, damn right. Okay, so we gotta deal with... Okay, so where is the... Okay, so I'm just like looking to see if there's anything that we can press in the environment. It doesn't look like it. And if that is the case, didn't mean to bring the Devil Rat Fetish. Whoops, did not mean to do that. That was a very bad mistake on my part. So we hammer into it, and okay, well, we can't really get any good cover. There you go. I guess run over here as well and just... Ah, the Rat King recalls, but only for a moment, as the strange light of velvet washes bathing its light in indigo. Those are some creatures. Okay, cool. What do we have? Hugin. Gobba needs to run over and take it. We'll get it. We'll make sure she can get to it. Isabel. Thank God you did not use all your things, because... Actually, Hugin, could you just, let me do this. I'll target, and then we do this because it's going to hit everyone there. That's what we like. This is why grenades is really useful. Avalon, then we can just take a pot shot out of this one. An honest chain fills the air. Obviously. What is there anything other than a like ominous chirring? Can't hit her this turn because she has a shield, which I'm pretty sure is immune to all damage. Missed. Okay, cool. Wow, we're handling this pretty well, all things considered. It's also huge in not having any sort of defenses, which is okay. Cool. She can move. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Okay, cool. Gobber, can you go pick this up? Oh, come on, really? The Rat King shakes his goblet, lifts a shiny object into the hand. In its voice, you can hear the echoes of 1,000 inhuman beings. This is interesting. She hugs the shiny object to her chest and bears the crest of the stone. I can feel his maneuver controlling rats, and it feels like 1,000 strings connecting her to them, and it feels like one of the Rat King's servitors shudders in place, slowly seeming against its own will. It lifts its head to stare at you. I can tug on those strings. Minerva's cultured voice is overtaken by inhuman roars of the other things that shares her body. We will rend your flesh to pieces, tear your flesh to shreds. Gobbet dances back, cradling the shiny object like a newborn baby, beginning to laugh. Buy me a little time, Seattle. I'm gonna use this thing to I'm gonna get used to this thing. But if you give me a minute or two, those demon rats will be mine. I can do that. I'm pretty sure she's still immune to a lot of the things, which is not great. Control mode? Cool. Okay, cool. don't think I can do this on it. Actually, I can. Isabel, get a bit closer and do some shooting at it. Oh, that's what we played. That's it. Alright, let me... Since they seem to come through these holes... No, not there. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. This might get her trapped in it, but I think it's... Enter. Let's move Isabel back a bit. Some cover, and then just do this. Eugene can't really do much. Again, proximity mine. And turn. Oh, flip, that's a lot of damage. Okay, cool, we need to deal with her a bit. Oh my god, that was kind of funny. Roll this around here. Cool, popped himself proximity mine. 1, 2. Let's do this. Oh, okay, that's gonna hit my bro ball. Let's not do that. Cool, almost dead. Gobber. Damn, she was knocked out of it. Racking's body shudders and convulses as you watch the living carpet of Delrat's forms, the majority of it bulks rivers away. Minerva opens her mouth to speak, but you'll never know what she's going to say. The only sound that escapes from her throat is a long, ragged scream. With a drawing horror, you come to realize that what you're looking at, the Delrats surrounding Minerva are turning inwards. She's being eaten alive. Gobbet stares dead-eyed at her former friend as swarms that bound to her rip-apart body, black blood pouring in rivers, her amulet-lined floor. Come on, go, let's get the hell out of here. You go if you want to. I'm watching this. I owe me over that much. A ghastly feast unfolds before you continues long enough after Minerva's scream dies away. Finally, satisfied, Gobbet nods at you. This raft is ours, it's over. The PDA buzzes and you glance down and turn to the screen. In this case, you see Carpenter's green village. I don't know what you just did, but whatever it was, it worked. Those rats, things, turned on Minerva's loyalists. He wheezes into mask and gulps for purified air, and they got done eating them. They started to eat each other. Gobbet stares down at a shiny object that's holds clutching hands. I know. I told them to do that, right after I did the same to Racking. Minerva's dead, Chad. You did good, Gobbet. You and your friends, we won. Come up topside in celebration order. No, Cad, no celebrations, and no milling around. You can keep this place, I'm done with it. Too many bad memories. And besides all of that, you got a hell of a mess on your hands. I'll be damned if I'm gonna help you clean it up. You've already helped us clean up. We owe you that much. Very well. Let's not make this a big thing. Goodbye, Cad, and good luck. She flicks a PDF screen and goes out. Captain Mojo is waiting for us outside. Ready to go home? Beyond ready. She passes the sign object from one hand to another, scowling. This stupid thing is taking a one-way trip to the bottom of the bay. Good call. Come on, Cial, let's go home. I'm sure you can let her keep it, but we're not gonna... I don't want Gobbet to go down that path. Captain Drummond's speedboat carries you away from the sinking boat, now liberated from the tyranny of the Rat King and fall. The shiny object rests with Minerva's bones at the bottom of the Hangkong Bay. Gobbet stares back at the raft receding in the distance. Her expression is at once happy and sad. Isabel takes her hand and together they turn away. Hioi grows closer and you go home. I guess we talked to Isabel and Gobbet and look at the time, got like 2 hours, we got like an hour. We can start another run. Distraction 8. Go to repository. Wait, what? Oh, it's all the missions that we have. Intelligence 1-7, cool. Now we can get the best deck if we want to, if we had enough money. Confirm. Oh, we're not at max yet, but we're getting close. We're almost to fly S-class drones, and then we can get like. I love the drone tree because it just makes your drones better. Okay, no level up for crew yet, because we're like 1 level. And the Gawain just starts with a Devil Rat Fish. That's why she had that. And we have a consume spirit. Gawain consume. God. Spiritualist has some wacky abilities. Oh no. Anyway, time to go see I've missed Maximum Lord. Should have done that mission. Should have figured it out. I didn't realize that's what happened. Those missions don't actually have time limits in this game. Oh. So here's Shadowrun. No matter how much you try, there's probably always going to be one mess up that equals. Let's go see Gobbet. Stepping into Gobbet's cabin, you find her catching on the floor. She appears midway through, valiantly struggling against an enormous pastry, her cheeks bulging like a chipmunk's, and wispy threads of pork floss hang in her mouth, hang in her crumb-speckled lips. She glances up at you, her eyes wide with alarm. Her jaw works to manage an enormous quantity of crispy dough in her mouth, and she doesn't seem to make much headway. Just concentrate on eating, Gobbet. We can talk when you're done. She struggles to move her jaw, but her mouth is stuffed too full to make any headway. She gestures feebly towards a pitcher of water nearby. Hands her the pitcher of water. She tilts her head back the pitcher and suckles down with her consonants. As water pours into her mouth, she slowly is able to work through forward stores in her cheeks. She then lowers the water pitcher, coughing. Okay, yeah, note to self. The pastry tenorous on Prince Edward Road makes them dry. She takes another swig from a pitcher, grimacing. Moist green apple juice jelly taught to my ass. That was more like a desert made of pig. Meh, I'd eat it. Hey, if you want it, it's all yours. Drink a lot of water, though. She tosses the remaining pastry to you, and it sails through there. The pork filling clings to the outer layers suggestively. Catch it. You catch it, the flying pork bun out of the head, surprisingly dense, with a hefty, rough exterior to a softball. Eat it. You raise the pastry to your lips and takes a bite. A second later, you feel the moisture in your mouth evaporate. Gobbet wasn't lying. This thing is dry. The flavor is surprisingly powerful, though. She blinks at you in astonishment. Huh, I can't believe you had that. I'm impressed. If I ever get one of these again, I'm going to let it sit in a bowl of, like, concentrated milk for at least half of an hour before I put it in my mouth. That makes me, that might help. I don't know. Reconstitute it, I guess. I don't know, it might work. Anyway, probably want to talk about what happened on the raft, huh? I think that in your place I would. Let's talk about what happened on the sinking ship. Yeah, sorry, we can do that. First of all, I should thank you. You guys came to help me out even though I didn't ask you to or wanted you to. Maybe I should be upset about that, but more importantly is that you did help me out. I'm not going to say that I couldn't handle it without you, but it would have been really, really dicey. You can say that the situation on Raft is pretty bad. She nods grimly. Yeah, it definitely was that. On the bright side, we overthrew Minerva and put a raft back into Cad's hands. That feels pretty great. And the shiny objects at the bottom of Hongu Bay, loaded in a bank of sill and crab shit. That's pretty much where it belongs. I've got to admit, something's gnawing at me. Before you and Iz showed up, I was going to sink the raft. I got halfway through arming the charges, and I was going to send the whole ship down in flames. Everyone would have died, Cad, Yasmin, all of it. All because I made up my mind early, and I didn't want to change it. Kinda makes me think, how many times before I have ever done something that seems right? I've done that, something that seems right, you know? Follow my gut, and I taught you, without realizing that it was a better option. The whole introspection thing kinda sucks, I gotta say. She looks up scowling. It's much more comfy just to assume that all my past decisions were right. Sure it is. It's intellectually dishonored, but it's definitely That's not why I'd say in that premise, because, like, burning, like, an evil place to the ground, not necessarily the worst choice. Not like, she bites her the other, like, yeah, you know, Seattle, you aren't helping my mood today. I'm having kind of a tough time over here. She begins piecing through her bowl. Yeah, no, I don't know why that was the only choice I got to say. Blankets, thrusting her hands into her pocket. She fishes out madness and tosses them onto her coat. I don't do this very often. Reflecting in the mirror. Not devastating, attractive street shaman. I don't know how you hand ringers deal with this way. It's pretty simple. We acknowledge our mistakes and near misses, and we own up to them. Okay, I'm pretty much got that step covered. What's next? What comes after that? After you've suffered through the embarrassment for a while, you learn to try something from it. You're always boring, Sal. It's complicated, and it comes with way too many bad feelings. She scowls. Yeah, I get it. There's probably value there. I've never started to second guess everything I do, even though that just isn't me. Maybe the good, because that would be dumb. Don't question yourself before circumstances give you a reason to. Right, that makes sense, I guess. Alright, Sal, I'll give it a shot, you know. Maybe there's some value in hang-ringing after all. I guess I will have to see. Anyway, turns out out of the way we did it. So things turned out the way we did it. I don't know what might have happened if we tried to do things differently. There are one thing that I can say for certain. Things are better in Hyom Bay now than they were before we went to the sinking ship. We did something good out there. That's something. Yeah, it is. Oh, actually, there's two things I can say for certain. I think the rat is happy that the shiny orb is on. She flashes a pocket for a few seconds, then produces a chunk of stone that's the size of a marble. It appears to be the same marble or red jade that the object was made out of it. Check it out, she gave me a present. Do you know what it does? Beats the hell out of me. I mean, I'm sure it does something. It has to, right? Rather than just give me a normal rock. She's a trickster and all, but that would be mean. So, mark my words. Next time you're in the field, something magically is going to happen. I mean literally magical. Possibly explosion. It's too early to tell. I'll be on a journey of discovery for both. I'll look forward to that. And me too. Thanks, Yao. I really, really meant it. You can fly by my side anytime. So how's you adjusting to the gift that rat or the shiny object or whatever is giving you? She expression brightens. Good. I mean, it's like not like morally good, but I think I can use it. What is it? What does it do? Well, it's like some kind of grenade. When I throw it, it goes boom, and then not that they're in real world, but the astral plane. Pretty impressive. As far as it does, it scares the shit out of anyone who tries to get caught in the blast, making them act like idiots, running around with their heads in the air, or forgot who's shooting them, and stands around with their fingers in their ears. Handy, huh? Yeah, it sounds pretty gay. I'm just a little sure, I guess. So yeah, here's the thing. When I use this thing, what I think I'm doing is opening a door bunch of temporal cracks to the astral plane. Just little ones, wide enough for sounds to pass through. People in the blast radius can hear things from the other side. So let's say I throw this sucker at someone and it goes boom, and all of a sudden the poor slob can hear things that Marv streaking in their brain. That doesn't sound like a very good idea. No, hear me out, it's pretty great actually. The cracks are only temporary, they snap shut after a few seconds, so nothing bad gets through. There's no chance of wrecking coming back. And as far as the people who get caught in the blast, I mean, man, that what happens to them is pretty. All the voices yell at once, yelling, babbling, cursing, doing racking things. It'll drive you nuts, right? And basically what it does is like a temporary insanity in pebble form. As long as you're comfortable using it, I'm all for it. How many okay, if you say so, I'd be wary of anything connected to the shiny object. She shakes her head. Again, Ra gave it to me, I think it'll be okay. Now, here's the best part. After I use one of these and goes to bed, I'll find another one on my head in the morning. I've tried it a couple of times now and it keeps happening. Toss explode, now visions of dancing rats. Ta-da, new magic pebble. Well then, I want to ask about it. Using this feels right in a way a shiny object never did. I think that it's rats reward me for taking Minerva down or something. I don't know exactly. I have never had this happen before. Anyway, it should help us move forward. And considering what we're heading up against next, I think we could use all the help that you can get. Okay, so I've got questions about Isabel. She told me that you let her out of Walled City when you were kids. Care to fill in the details on that? Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised. Isn't there been big on padding stories without necessary details? Tell your side of the story. Seems like I've got vested interest in Walled City these days. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll share. She taps her chin carefully. To start, I guess you're gonna need to know what Walled City was like when me and Iz were kids. She didn't tell you anything about it, did she? No, she didn't say much other than you say, but I don't think so. She reaches down and absent-mindedly strokes Madder's silky coat. Rat chirps happily at her caress. Well, for starters, you should probably know that the Walled City wasn't always as bad as it now. It was always dangerous, but 10 years ago it was like run-of-the-mill slum. Still safe enough that walking in it didn't qualify as a suicide attempt. I figured that what I saw was had to be the bottom of the downward spiral. The bottom, you say? No, Seattle. When you went into the lowest end, you were on the outer perimeter of Walled City. What you saw earlier was the best Walled City of today had to offer. As you go deeper towards the center, it's a whole hell of a lot worse. Anyway, back when I was a kid, it was pretty much like the lower you saw on the lowest end. Not exactly Victorian Harbour, but survivable if you knew what you were doing. Back then, I used to play in Walled City. Rat would lead me into all nooks and crannies like grown-ups were too big to fit in. There were other young shamans in there that I had to play with. His name was Happy or Lucky or something like that. He followed Pig. Nice guy, good card player. Obvious none of us was a good idea. A teenage girl going to Walled City by herself, that's a recipe for disaster. I didn't realize it at the time though. I loved playing in normal alleys and crawl space of Walled City. It was fun. I did that myself in the Barrens when I was a street kid. You make your own fun. Yeah, it kind of makes you want to shudder when you look back on it, huh? Where were those kids' parents? But then, with most street kids, it's a question best left unanswered. Now, with Isabel, it's a little difficult. She wasn't a street kid, not technically. She had parents who loved her. They just couldn't keep her safe, because in Walled City, there's no such thing. How bad was it for her? Bad. It could have been a lot worse, of course. Her family could have lived in a deeper into Walled City near the centre. From what I've heard, that's hell on earth. But Isabel and her family had it bad enough. They were in the Mansion District. Mansion District sounds nice, right? It really isn't. Imagine a lot of buildings. Imagine a sort of holding pen for refugees from the Middle East and Africa. Basically, anyone who isn't Asian, European, or Goblinoid. Now crammed into full or to twice its normal capacity to make sure that nobody living there can afford a loaf of bread. Why is it called Mansion District? The locals call it after Kung King Mansions out of the Tamasai Sioux. It's sort of an inside joke. Mansions are the unofficial African quarter of Hong Kong. Most of the free enterprising zone African immigrants settle there if they can afford it. Sorry, it's just been a lot of reading this stream, so my voice is my throat's getting a bit dry. The dissertation refugees like Iz and her family don't go to Chichong mansions. They get herded into Walled City, and once they're inside, the Mansion District is where they wind up. Forced relocation, huh? I guess some things never go out of style. No, they don't. Once the refugees arrive in the Mansion District, their prosperities don't exactly improve. The only thing that most of the people in the mansion had in common was skin color. The fact they were living in a and the fact they were living in crushing poverty. They didn't even have a common language to speak. It was pretty rough, lots of infighting, lots of gang-on-gang violence. People did band together for protection, but there wasn't a lot of hope. Everyone in there lived in fear of being sent deeper into the slums, towards the center. When you start getting dragged in that direction, you don't come back. Sounds like a charming place. Yeah, charming. And that's where I met Isabel. It wasn't long before we were friends. She was interesting. I think that is why I let her latch onto me. The girl was smart and savvy, but cripplingly shy. She didn't belong in Walled City. No one really does, but with her it was painfully obvious. She was a little more of a mouse crammed into a box full of weasels. It's only a matter of time before someone snapped her up. So what happened? What led you to take her out of Walled City? Rat happened. She came to me in my dreams, showed up to tell me whenever something bad in Walled City was getting worse. The whole place was rotten from the inside out, choked in bad chi and lost hope. I decided to go inside one more time. If I found Isabel, I'd offer her the way out. If I didn't, well, she grimaces, spreads her arms. I get it. You found her. It doesn't matter what would have happened if you didn't. Thanks. It isn't pleasant to think about, especially considering what shithole Walled City is now. The truth of the matter is, if I hadn't pulled Isabel out there, she'd probably be dead by now. I get it. Some people did the same. Someone did the same for me and Duncan once. She nods. Yeah, I knew you'd get it, and I did bump into her, and she did follow me, and Rat got us both out safe. So here you have it. Happy endings all around. Well, okay, what about the other people you stayed behind? The other shaman you knew? Things went bad, crazy. That pig shaman I knew wound up going on full toxic. It was horrific. He burned himself out in blood, in the orgy of blood. She shudders. Nasty business, and not for me. Toxic, what does that mean? When a shaman goes toxic, he goes bad. It's like if you invert the usual meanings of a totem, what a toxic shaman does. Dog shamans are loyal and friendly, like good dogs. A toxic dog shaman is rabid. They're both dog, but they're different aspects of dog. Yeah, and pig shaman went toxic. Yeah, that's what I heard. You don't want to know what happened to him. What he became. It was pretty bad in the end. Before the locals overwhelmed him. A lot of people died. What about Isabel's family? She said they're still in Walled City. Why didn't you bring them with you? You think I didn't want to? She sweeps a loose strand of hair out of her eyes. Look, it was going to be dangerous to get Isabel out on her own. Dragging the whole family with her would have been impossible. Why? Because they weren't like me and Iz. They hadn't grown up in the streets. They were upper class people back in Somalia before they immigrated to Hong Kong. They were hopelessly out there elements. Even if they had managed to find them, they probably would have done something stupid and gotten us killed. So you just left? Damn right I did. Even if I managed to convince them to come with us, they would have gone caught. Yellow Lotus would have kidnapped them if we are lucky. If they were unlucky, the thrill gangs or other organ leggers would have gotten them. It wasn't worth the risk to even try. She sniffs. Besides, Isabel didn't want to bring her family. She wanted to get away from the sea as much as she did from Walled City. Never could tell me why. That's all. Can we talk about something else? And then we go, alright, Goblet, we finally got back to track. So another lesson from me. No, Seattle, no more lessons. You don't need them. You as much as a runner as I am now. You might even be a thing or two that I can learn from you. All of that can wait though. This whole situation with seeing your foster down and gun channel is all taken care of. It's kind of a mouthful. A lot of players involved, tons of intrigue. Honestly, I'm enthralled by the whole thing. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Glad to see you keeping a positive attitude. Me neither, Goblet. Guess we just have to see how this plays out together. She nods. You're damn right, we will. Oh, and Seattle? Yeah? The pot on the hot plate, it was always full. I kept the soup going for that thing 24/7. If you want any, you're welcome. Just come in and I'd love the company. Yeah, got it. I'll be here with the bells on. Leave them off. Jingling my scaffolding. There was a terrible incident on Christmas pageant once, and well, she smiles, you sly smile, she bites. And now Seattle, you excuse me, I'm gonna crash out for the night, maybe sleep through tomorrow and get up when the sun goes down. That sounds nice about right now. You tell me. Sleep is for the weak. Yeah, tell me about it. She smiles and waves her hands back at you. Scurry along now, before Memento needs a rest. Alright, time to see if Isabel has anything to say. I don't know if she will. Memory's part of you, so what do you want to do about it? I don't know, okay, cool. Calm down as running to the side. No, you fought some last run. You know what drives me crazy about Gobbet? She thinks shit like this all the time. She doesn't think about anything. Not about the risks she takes, the consequences of her actions, or even her behavior can get hurt. She just jumps into head first into whatever crazy scheme she's got going on in her head, and damn everybody else. Maybe after all of this, she'll finally learn her lesson. I have to say, I didn't expect to get off a single ship without blowing it apart. When Money One was setting it to fire to the whole contraption and letting it burn, but you really pulled out all the stops. I can't believe we had to face down some kind of rat demon god thing, but we did it. I'm sure there's a lesson in there somewhere, but we'll be damned if I know what it is. Anything else you want to talk about? We'll see. Gilbert told me about your escape from Ward City, just like you said you would. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Why are you telling me? Because I want to get your side of the story. She sighs. Alright, fine, if that's what you want. Ward City is a hellhole, you know that, but it's forged its failing as a good teacher. It taught me how to hide, to stay small, unnoticed, and insulated, to survive. It taught me that the fish on the perimeter of the school got eaten. That sticking your neck out is a fool's errand, but even a fool can have their uses. It also taught me to recognize a strong person, which, when I met one, I knew how to use strength for my own benefit. So when I met Gobert, I knew she had something I didn't. Confidence? Sure, that, and her connection to Rat, everything about her really. We were different people then, and still are now. But the differences were even more pronounced when we were kids. Care to elaborate on that? Gobert was playful, carefree. She could hold her own in a scrap, but she mostly saw life as a game. For me, I knew that it wasn't. I could have been more than 9 or 10 at the time, but even at that age, I saw Gobert for what she represented, what she could be. Your best friend? No, that didn't happen until later. When I saw her on the road out of the sea, a path to freedom disguised as a little girl with dreadlocks, and as it turned out, I was right. She pauses, her eyes fall to the ground, she tightens her hands into fists. Ever since I unlocked these damn memories, I can't go 10 minutes without thinking about what might have happened if I hadn't followed Gobert out of that place. It was a vicious cycle, running over and over in my head. I hate it. It won't stop. I feel guilty. I'm just reading through the responses. You needed help and you took it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Give me a reason to be give me another reason to be grateful of, I guess. That's something. I've always known that much I owed to Gobert, but now I remember how much and why. Anyway, that's my side of the story. I hope that satisfies your curiosity. Now let's move on. Why did you have your memories locked away? Why do you think they were awful, traumatic? I'm not talking about personal trauma here. I was fortunate enough to avoid the fates of many of my peers. I didn't get pressed out into service in a brothel. The organ laggers didn't get me. I only had to watch one of my siblings die, she frowned. So yeah, it could have been a lot worse, but it doesn't make it early life in Ward City any easier. Hang on, you watched one of your siblings die? She nods. Yes, my older brother, Cabdil, heroin overdose. He was 19, almost the same age as I am now. That's awful. I'm sorry you had to watch that. Me too. Want to hear something awful? I almost invaded him. Invaded him. He got out easy compared to a lot of... I almost envied, that's what, envied him. He got out easy compared to a lot of people who died in Ward City. There was no violence. He wasn't taken by organ leggers or gunned down by the triads. He just put a spike in his arm, depressed the plunger, and stopped breathing, quick and easy. I'm sorry. Don't be. His death was a lesson. I did my best to learn from it. Everything that happens in my childhood was a lesson in disguise. Lessons about impermanence, about random quality of life, lessons about the huge mistakes it get if he gets attached, and the priorities of your own survival no matter what. Those lessons are important, but they keep you alive. But it's important to know when to leave them behind. She nods. Yeah, I know. I'm having a hard time with that right now. We all carry the same scars, you and me, and Gunshow and Goblet. Some run bigger and deeper than others, but we've all got them. Her voice goes small. I don't want mine anymore. She abruptly turns away, and that's enough of that. Ask me something else, Eugene. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Goblet said you didn't want to guide your parents out of sea. That you wanted to leave them behind. She nods miserably. Fair enough. That does sound pretty miserable. Yes, but not for anything that they've done. My parents were good people. They fled Somaliland to find a better life for their children. It wasn't their fault that they wound up in Old Sea. I want them left behind me. You want to talk about it? Not particularly, but I get the feeling that you're looking at me differently until I do, so I will. She taps the temple. I wanted them left behind because of this. I knew what I was going to have done. I planned on it in advance, and after I got out, I was going to find someone who could make my childhood go away. How would I have stuck if my parents were around? If I were a living reminder next to me? It wouldn't have, so they had to stay. You did what you had to do. Yeah, I did. Besides, I'm sure they'd been fine. They were my parents, grown-ups. They'll be alright. She heaved a sigh. Before you ask, I checked. They're gone now. I can't go riding to their rescue. I made my decision when I was a kid. It felt like the right one at the time, but now I have to live with it. Such is life. We all live with things that we regret. I didn't always. Until very recently, I can remember any of this. Now let's change the subject a bit. Anything else would be fine. That's all for now. Can we talk about something else? Okay. Gotta go, Isabel. Be well. Can we actually... Isabel glances up at his patient group. Hey, Eugene, I've come to a decision. I want these memories out of my head. They're unpleasant distractions, and I was happy without them. When this is all over, I'm deleting them. To hell with locking them away again. I'm gonna purge them from my childhood altogether, shred them and move on. As any added bonus, I clear up a lot of hardware memory. I'm thinking that I could store some seamless recordings in there. Maybe make it so that when I was trying to remember my past, I could get someone on the beach instead of sorrow and pain. If you think that's what would make you happy, I say do it. They're your memories, and it's your decision. You're damn right it is. These memories can still help us, so I'll top my way through it for now. But when this is done, they're going the way of the dodo, period. She squeezes her eyeshots and rubs her bridge. Anyway, I guess, what's more? Do you have any more questions about World Sea? Anything else you can tell me about the Yama Kings? Yeah, I've got another one for you if you want it. I can't say whether this is based on any kind of truth or not. That's what you decide, but it was always popular when I was growing up, especially with the other kids my age. Well, you'll see why we liked it, man. Okay, lay it on me. Okay, this one was about a boy named Gordon Young, and how he saved his mother from a fate worse than death. As the story goes, Gordon was a cleverest boy in World Sea. He could steal whatever he liked without getting caught, could sneak into any room unseen, and could talk his way past the grown-ups that might try and stop him. You get the picture, a real hero figure for a 9-year-old set. On one day, Jorgen's mother fell ill. It was bloody flux brought in by a curse, and it was going to kill her. She told Gordon that he should accept her death, but the curse had come from a Yama King, and there was no more medicine that could prevent it from claiming her. She begged him to run, escape Ward Sea, and to use his cleverness to make a life for himself far away. Gordon loved his mum, and he refused to obey her request. Instead, he searched high and low to save her life. For a long time, nothing came. But finally, he happened upon an old man who told him about a powerful Yama King that could cure any ill for a price. Which Yama King? One of the ones that you've told me about, or is this a different one? Different one. He doesn't have a name. Or he did, but because of what happened, speaking is taboo. The story's a little fuzzy on the details. Goddamn Yama Kings. Someone who plays World of Darkness? Why are they always a pain? We always just called him the Nameless King. So Gordon went in search of the Nameless King. He made his way through the Triad territory. Past the thrill gangers and organ lenders and through the drill. Eventually he made his way into the Innerwood City, where he found the Nameless King's court. The human servants of the Nameless King took Gordon to stand before the creature that they worshipped, and Gordon proposed a deal. The Nameless King, he said, I need your help. My mother is dying of an ill, and that only you can cure. That may be so, said the Nameless King, but what is it to me? What will you offer me if I spare her? If you restore her to health, I will join your court as repayment. I, the cleverest boy in all the sea, I will serve you loyal and well. The Nameless King was excited. Then he knew of Gordon's cleverness, and he commented the little boy's soul. Gordon pulled a braid of his mother's hair in a pocket and held it out before the Nameless King. A locket of my mother's hair, O King, he said, cure of this flux, and I am yours to command as you please. The Nameless King worked his magic, and Gordon's mother's cure. So what happened then? Did Gordon join the Nameless King's court? No. When the Nameless King turned to Gordon, he laughed in the monster's face. I tricked you, Nameless King, for my mother was the property of another of your kind. In curing her, you have robbed the Yama King of his dinner. The Nameless King raged and turned on Gordon, his razor-blade fingers flexing wide. But before he could bring his arms down of the killing stroke, it caught in a grasp of 1,000 hooks, claws, and fangs. The Yama Kings, all of them. You stole from one of your own kind, brother, said the Yama Kings. Her life was not yours to save. Gordon slipped away from the Yama King, deceased upon his brother. He did not watch as they tore the Nameless King apart and bathed in his steaming viscera. He made his way back home to his mother, who was cured. And that was one of the times that the living boy outwitted a Yama King. She stretches and cracks her back, clears her throat awkwardly. That was a good story. Anyway, that was a story. Like I said, you can see why we liked it. It's basically a fairy tale, and the little boy wins in the end. It's the only story about the Yama King that contains a shred of hope. What do you think it means? I don't know. Probably doesn't mean anything. It's just a story. You're the one who asked. Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sure, drop by next time. Alright, cool. We've almost got half an hour left, so I would say we should start the next one. If anything else. Get a guy, choose around under. And no new messages, open job direction, okay. Oh yeah, we're at a point where we're at a point where the game's at like, oh hey, you should carry on the plot, and I'm like, no. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go get some medicine, and we're gonna... Actually, how much DNA do I have? Okay, let's not get medicine and value our allies' healing abilities. Okay, travel to the Renraku warehouse in Tolo Harbor to ambush Gachu's old Dread Samurai unit. Gachu! Do we take... we take Garbo, yeah, because we got Gachu coming with us. Dear God, Garbo, you're going to be pulling heavy duty because of your summons that you get. Where is she? Where is her skill? Yeah, she gets 2 summons, and because of Rash Shaman, she's fairly good. And she gets a magic marble grenade. Good for Garbo. Good for Garbo. Confirm. And everyone's got 3 actions, so dear God, our little buddy drones should be doing fairly good work here. Dolo Arbor Industry Complex is a sprawling maze of warehouses, all fabricated Oil fabrication, shipping containers, mazes, and corporate power. If some corporate owner is shipping through Hong Kong, its inevitable moves through the streets. Ranaku shipping facilities lies far enough away from the heart of Pearl Harbor that you don't have to worry about corporate security other than on-site guards and Ranaku's external means that any fighting would risk backup from Rent-A-Cop. Okay, we got some kits. I don't know, I basically have Goblet's kit in like our equipment, but hey, it's fine. It's fine. As you exit the MRT station and step into Tolo Harbor Street, you are blessed with spared from rain. An ebb in a constant monsoon combined with the sweltering heat has left concrete and your body blessed free of moisture. Gaichu casts his head at you and nods in satisfaction. This is a facility. Past this fence into a warehouse and test laboratories. Each of the team should arrive mere minutes after we breach their defenses. Shouldn't we make this stealthy and give ourselves time to position? Gachu shakes his head. That will not be possible, I'm afraid. A facility of this important wants a mixture of security presence. Any covert options will be guarded and trapped. We'll have no choice but to go through the front door. While Red Samurai's power a good backup team, there are too few of them to mount a standing guard. This means we'll have to be facing standard Raraku forces. With not as much potion as better equipped security, knights errants for instance, they will still be skilled combatants. Goblet grins wildly and tosses ropes of air. Great, I love dealing with corporate security. They like a steak. You never get surprised by what you're never surprised by what you get, but you're never disappointed either. That sounds just fine, Nibbles. Including his head, Gachu matches Goblet's grin with his own. I am glad I got it meet your approval, Goblet. I would hate if you think you were bored. I've never had them talk before on a run, so I'm just surprised that Nibbles is the thing that they went with. Okay, we're gonna have to just walk in here. Can we just see what else is around a bit? As my throw dies. I don't think that we can... Okay, we can't mess with that. Annoyingly. Another big truck in there. Okay. Alright, time to just walk into a corporate security environment. This is... Hostile spotted. Okay. Don't want to use summons yet, because these are... I want to fight... Wait, why can't I shoot a barrel? I can with... I want to take out a mage first. Because we practice Geek for Mage in this world. Whoops, that's close combat, did not want to do that. Enforcing guard. Jin, miss. Okay, cool. We can't try that again. Let's get behind. Oh, there's still a guy that flipped. I forgot about this guy. Got you. Okay. Can you deal with this? Cool. Richter, just use your gun to finish this guy off if you forget. God damn it, shot I needed. Enter. Oh wait, oops. Also, I forgot to mention something. As we were... Oh god, that's a bit of damage. Oh, that's I don't like that. That was a lot of damage. I'm trying to like get around that. Wow, I'm missing that all the time. I forgot to mention this earlier. I've been playing a lot of like Conquest of Elysium and Dominions recently. And it's a real fun game. But I've been playing more Conquest of Elysium. But if you did not know, in the Dominions book, or like the core book of it, like not core book, but the manual for the game, specifically points out that one of the races was inspired by some like homebrewed race from Earth Dawn, which Earth Dawn is Shadowrun's prequel game. And I just think that's really cool. Personally, I'm like, that's really cool. I love that. Yes, we're taking that. So everyone has like a pick-me-up if they die. The pale ones is the race I'm taking about. They both exist in Conquest of Elysium and Dominions. I have more experience with... Whoops. Walk away. Whoops, I forgot to read what I said. You access the panel and lock appear inside. Okay, camera feed. Your comlink communicates screen comes to life. You suddenly viewing what must have been the interior facility. Two Ragnarok scary doors cluster around a wall panel that appears to be malfunctioning. There's things been giving me trouble all week. The gas pressures control circuits running 5 amps. 100,000 volts. Anytime there's a glitch in the system, it short circuits. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a mechanic. Oh, okay. The panel explodes in the shock of pressurized gas and sparks fly. Go back. What the hell? Walk away. Okay, cool. We did some damage. Damn it. Damn it! No, okay, cool, we can't... Please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Damn, alright. Gobbler, can you do me a favor and heal? Still not in green, that's annoying. I wanted to see if I could get through this without like too much damage. Should have pressed the button that we went into combat first. Get this guy, he's a bit of a threat right now. Got you, can go deal with this guy in the corner up here. Okay, there's many people in different rooms. I'm pretty sure. Okay, buddy, yeah. Boop. Boop. Trying to get the magic circles if these people are yep, people are flooding in and really support. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Target, cover. Get around to here and cover. Wow, cover absolutely sucks. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can actually get this guy. Let me switch to combat stance. I really like that stance. Oh, whoops, no, I meant to... Oh, god, that was... I thought that was a droid. Oh my god. Going on, going on. I'm just gonna attempt. He's probably gonna do a fireball because we're like... Okay, cool. He's just gonna die next. Yeah, cool. Game saved. We have like 20 minutes left. Okay, cool. So we can do some exploring. We got a control panel. We got some doors. We also got a matrix terminal. That's nice. Hey, buddy, what's up? Ah, there's. As you begin barging into office, lone scientist Wynn leaps back to cower against the desk as he was working. Don't hurt me, please. A split second later, the scientist stands up, an expression of profound shock across his face, and he takes his step forward to guide you. Wait, is that you, Sorrow? This man's amazement in his voice, which barely raises above whispers. When Rack Imagine said you were dead, but I knew you were lying. They were lying, but I didn't expect you would be the one to answer my request. This is a good omen, my friends. Gachu, in turn, seems just as surprised as Ranaka employee. Indeed, you were lied to. The shame of a Red Samurai suffered due to the inability to kill me, in the doubt, something they wish to hide. I am glad to see you are well, but I'm no longer Saru. The code name is gone. I am Gachu. You know this man Gachu? Yes, his name is Tanjiro Sasaki. A senior researcher, he served on Raku for more than a decade. Gachu smiles faintly and waves a head towards Tanjiro. Do you recall I said I had guarded similar facilities? You were usually in service of protecting Tanjiro's projects. Tanjiro is slowly relaxing, though the tremors in his hands indicate adrenaline is still flicking his blood. It's true, and believe me, I can help you with what you're here for. Not quite. We're here for a few reasons. Tanjiro scowls. Your fixer got the job arranged for this. Why did you did think it was so easy to get here? You're not just here for the drone, but to fake someone's death, my death. If a group of heavily armed Shadowrunners break in here, it's completely believable that they would kill in the process. As of right now, I'm suppressing alarms. I can undo it. And once I've reached a safe destination, I will. The samurai will arrive just a moment too late to save the researcher and me. So you've already helped. What can you do for us? Red Samurai team will not rush into the building as soon as the alarm is ready. We'll rush into the. I'll give you the code I wrote to overwrite the right programming. Just use it on the security mainframes when you're ready. You have time to set up your ambush if you like. Cradling his chin on his arm, Gacho's eyes narrow. Typically, we would send the main force in through the front door, leaving one team member outside to flank the opposite. It would be to us advantage for us to isolate one of them, and us to pick them off before the main force emerges. Gachu snaps his fingers suddenly, looking at Gachu. You came to a quarantine room. It could be programmed to destroy contaminants, or apply a lethal amount of electricity. Regardless of which you pick, you can certainly kill anyone attempting to pass through it. Yes, that could work. Gachu nods to you expression. If we were to make the quarantine room like the point of ingress, that would be send at least one of their team while the main squad utilizes standalone routes, namely through the front door. Hyujin, we should let Tanjiro go. He gives us more than enough to accomplish the task at hand, and he is a friend of sorts. I would be sorry if if he came to harm. Okay, get out of here, Tanjiro. Tanjiro bows low. Thank you. You have no idea what it's been like living under Renraku's thumb. You've given me a chance to start again, hopefully with a better life. He turns to Gachu and smiles slightly. And you. It's because of you I found the strength to leave Renraku. They couldn't find or kill you was a sign that I could escape as well. I admire your tenacity and your drive. Thank you, Tanjiro. That means more to me than I can think. Gachu points towards the door. Go. They'll be coming for you as soon as I want. Coming for us as soon as I want. And I want you to be well out of the way when they arrive. Nodding, Tanjiro boats for the door. Okay, what do we have? Locate prototype drone. So. Okay, cool. We're gonna go. Cool, we got that. And I'm pretty sure this allows us to jack in. What can we do in here? Cancel. Let me save first, because obviously I don't want to, like, mess up the series of events I got going on. So, we got 20 minutes. Jack in. Blast, erosion, medic, suppression. I guess firewall, and then do, and then confirm. Alright, okay, this one's a cube. Let's look around. We got, okay, that's the entrance out. There's stuff over there. So this one's easiest enough to avoid. Okay, that's on a track going back and forth. Alright, okay, cool. That was mainly the track that they were focusing on there. There's a couple ways out of this one. I want to see what's on the other side. Okay, cool. I left it too late there. We'll flip. Left it too late. Okay, is it literally just... Okay, let's see where this one goes. Oh! Deliver barrels to basement. Cool. It's only has 80. Dear God, this is... Wall flip, this is tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh God, does it reset every time? Yeah, it seems like it does reset there every time. Yep, okay, cool. We have to get that trace because that was annoying. We can use suppression if we need to. Yeah, we're probably going to use suppression. Cool. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. This is a very tight system. Okay, so we got a square and a moving thing. So I'm trying to think of, like, finding the right opportunity. Dear God, that's a long cone. Okay, cool. Now. Okay, cool. It's just waiting. It's just waiting. Okay, flipping hell game. Oh, I love this part of the game, but it just makes my brain white. Okay, so we got something that moves around here. That's fine. Okay, so they're very close together, so the time we'd want to go is now, but we can't move fully ahead because of that. God damn it. Okay, damn it. Got caught just on the edge there. That's annoying. Alright, time to break into this. We can't force it, so again for machines when I do this, I cannot look at chat while I do this. I will lose all my focus. So, let's do this. 20, so yeah, we're going, okay, so let's start. 7, 7, 3, 3. Damn it, next. Alright, okay, time to catch this. Okay, cool, it's there first. Let's close all that. Okay, it's stuck. Cool. Whew. Sorry, I just needed to like concentrate. Okay, elevator door. Data storage first off. Pay data, hell yeah. Elevator door. And that's all the data. This is cool. Alright, let's do this. What happens if I open this door? Two basements. Do we have any reason to go to the basement? Set the quarantine room trap, got you must survive. Let's go down there, I guess. We got karma. I guess that's where the fight's gonna take place. Can I? God damn it! I should have saved. Load game. God damn it! God damn it! Do I have to do that all over again? Oh, that sucks. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, that's really gonna suck if I forgot to save after before that, because I'm like, oh whoops, I couldn't get back up. Maybe it's because people are in the way? Never mind. Never mind. Yep, alright, cyber deck. Time to do this again. Blaster, erosion, firewall, medic, suppression. Do. Shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, I just need to... This is a fairly easy one. If I don't mess it up. Cool. And then I need to get into that one, which is a bit difficult, but it's fine. I just need to wait for this one to pass. Little barrel spaceman, which is why there are so many barrels down there. Can't really do much for this one other than just try and rush it. And then if I can get this one out of my way in first turn. Yep, alright, cool. Cool. And then through here. Nice. Oh, God. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, cool. Wait for this one to move. Oh, God damn it. Cool. Wow, that was a bit, went way quicker. Alright, time to do this again. Again, same warning. Start. God damn it. Nice. Alright, time to figure out which one it is. Okay, wow, this is a lot of those symbols. Okay, that one was fairly easy. That one was easier to figure out than the last one. Alright, get that. Get out of here. Don't know why that's a part of the mission, but hey. I am actually gonna save now, because I'm like, huh, why is there a basement? Why is there a basement? What's that for in this mission? because you can't do that without decking that bit. So if we bait the quarantine room, one of the team members will go through it to flank us. Since Tanjiro's program lets access the comms channels, we can choose who to draw in. If the other three of them will enter through the front door, I can bait the quarantine room to draw in one of the samurais. They will split up and they won't deliver from standard protocol that much. Three of them will remain together. We have three choices. We can have Saxy to eliminate magic support, we could draw in Tana to get a long range sniper fire, we could draw in whoever had any gunner replacement. We're going to get rid of the mage. Let's bait in the mage. I don't want to deal with magical support and interference. Okay, cool. Again, what's with the Han? I don't want to Google this. It's like, hey, always geek for mage. That's the plan. I'm just like, what is the elevator door used for? Why did we do that? We're gonna save it again. We'll find out probably. If not, we got 1 karma for going down there. Actually, no. We saved this time. We can always come back up and deal with it. If we can't get back up, we can just reload that save. Okay, 1 karma. What's down here? Okay, a fight's gonna. Oh, we can draw. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, we can have them. We can draw them down to fight in here with all the explosives. Take. Let's give it to Garbutt. Cool. Alright, we can signal the alarm from down here. That's great. Alright, got you, your friend. Okay, cool. Actually licks his lips. Now we'll learn what it is to face me in true combat. No more running, no more hiding. Tonight we end this for good. Alright, we gotta wait, so turn on my drone. We got 2 rounds before they arrive, so we can get set up. Let's scurry my buddy over here. We're gonna have the drone set up with Overwatch coming from that. We're not gonna summon spirits just yet because spirits have a limited time that they're useful for Goblin, so we're just gonna, you know. Same for we want Goblin able to summon that spirit in here quickly, so let's get her close to that so she can just do that. Actually, she has like a really good magic support down here with cover. That's probably a bit better if you want her to be gunslinging. Okay, cool. Hang on. Does she actually have cover there? Yeah, she does. And she has like spirits that she can summon on her own, so it's better for her to be there. Obviously, she can run out and do that. So let's get the drones here. Overwatch. Anything coming through here is gonna be blasted. Got you. You can stand here with an Overwatch on those. I need to get. We're using pretty good cover. Get Richter over here. And that's where we end turn. Dead. Nice. Okay, cool. There's one here. Again, just enter, and that went surprisingly well. Got the visual, alright, okay, there's like 2 in there. Let's try and take out the gunner. The sniper is an issue, but hey. Whoops, no, whoops, oh, that's so stupid. What did I just do there? Whoops, okay, she might die. If we're being honest here. Got you, can get in there. Okay, we want Got you to get in there. We're gonna go with his attacking stance, and get him in there. Okay, fine that. Okay, cool. I want to summon something. Let's go with this, and it should be able to get across. Pretty cool. That's cool. Has one action currently, but should be able to get it. Let's enter. Okay, cool. They got. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Drone, and okay, we got them to run out. I'm gonna run back up to hide over here, because that was a mistake. The power of drones! The power of drones! Oh god, the drones did most of the work. They barely got in here. Shadow lays on a cold tile. We're probably gonna go over. Actually, yeah. Wow, we almost got this done in time. Shadow lies on a cold Red Samurai elite team defeated by 2 drones. Shadow lies on the cold tile, gasping for breath. His armor is rent and tattered. This guy literally came down the elevator and got shot up by 2 drones and went down, buddy. A tad, but his eyes still burn with rage. He spits at Gaichu as he approached. Gaichu, your honorless cure. I regret the day I began teaching you. You are truly desperate for killing your own brothers rather than submitting to what is right. Gaichu, yes, that is my name. As everything of my old life has been taken away. Gaichu lifts the tip of his sword, placing it square on the Shige's chest. What is honor if it is built on a lie? What is duty if dogma behind the corrupt? Narrowing his eyes, Red Samurai presses his chest upwards into the blade so it begins to gouge armor. What do you know of it, vermin? Every Red Samurai who has become subhuman has taken their life. Everyone but you. You are a disgrace to the order. You are a disgrace to your people. Big words come from a fascist. Oh! Probably gonna say that script because got you bends his teeth for years. You were taught that to be pure was to be powerful, that metahumans were infected, and the deformities were to be scoured for their weakness. Yet here I stand, and there you lie, broken. You think victory over Satsuki, Takuya, and me makes you a superior? Ha! Eat his mouth, twisting a Kiyosaki smile. You'll spend the rest of your days, useless days, carrying in the dark, eating flesh of your betters, and you'll be no more of an animal, skilled though you may be. Gachu snarls in fury. Gachu holds his katana to the floor, reaches out to grab his collar, yanking him up that he faces his own inch apart. You said the Red Samurai were the best, the strongest, the most capable, and those who were non-human were unworthy of consideration. You told me that I'd be better for having joined you, but it was a lie. I was infected and I became better than I was. Your own blindness allowed me to escape, blind to my skill and blind to the power of the impure. My elf just chilling in the corner, petting its drone. Gachu lifts one hand, claw glittering in pale warehouse light. His fingers spray out as a way of knives. I am not superior because I was a Red Samurai. I was Red Samurai because I was superior. I chose my own fate. I make my own destiny. The ghoul draws back a hand, jagged teeth baring to press to Isha's ear. I will show you the strength of my disease, Isha. I will make you like me. You'll be cast out just as I was. I survived and remained intelligent because I have to do what I will. Is infecting someone with HMVV really? I prefer just to murder the guy, not like ruin his life. Yeah. Important one. I gotta make a choice. I tend to not like my companions. Like, as I've mentioned, I've like, throughout my whole thing, I've been like trying to make my companions not become super evil people. So I'm gonna be like, I don't know about this. Ishi's head falls back, laughing as he laughs. You think you can you'll let you infect me, monster? I'll do what you were too weak to do. I'll take my own life, like the 70th god. You're such a foolish boy. Foolishness! You underestimate me, old man. Gachi drops his head and brings his tar to a forward clack. I will cripple your arms. You'll have no means of killing yourself. The disease will burn through you like a fire, consuming every inch of your humanity. Okay. That's when we start backing up. Ida stiffens, his eyes go cold with resolution. Then this shall be, Gachu, and if I am wrong, I shall meet you again in my next life, and try and teach you to do better. Hold on, Gachu, this isn't right. Gachu rolls his face snarl at you. What do you know of it, Hyujin? Do you know what it is to be humiliated every turn, treated as an animal, despised by all who sees you? I could have stayed with the unit. I could have been the best of them. Listen to yourself, you're out of control. I am nothing like... Gachu stops as Ada begins to laugh. Slowly, the ghoul lowers his clawed hand to deep breath. This is beyond revenge, isn't it? Kill him cleanly. Show him you're still a man. Am I, though? Am I a man? I've gained my newfound strength by embracing my nature. Why should I tonight be any different? Why should I not show him exactly who or what I am? You remained a man because you lived by a code. Because you have a code. Stick to it or lose yourself. Considering for a long moment, Gachu nods. He bends up, picks up his sword. There are more incisive words than I expect you to hear. Thank you. I am sure if I deserve counsel as wise as yours, but I will take it. Gachu turns his back on Ishida, bows slowly, but not insultingly slow. I regret our friendship ends like this, Ishida. You taught me well. You ran a fine unit. Perhaps in the next life, we can be comrades once more. Until then, goodbye. With that, Gachu's sword flashes, an arc of shining moonlight. As it passes Ishida's throat, a red fountain splashes into the night air. Ishida grits his teeth, slumps to the floor. In the following seconds, the dims of his eyes, and he expires without a sound. Gachu regards his corpse for several heartbeats, and then his sword flashes into its saya. There, we are done, Hyujin. I am free. Let's go home. Whoa, what? No, there's something there. No, hang on. Oh, god damn it. No, oh, never mind. Never mind. Probably something cool, but we missed it. Whatever. Because we are over time, I've noticed. Confirmed. And as I said, I do have a meeting on like an hour or so, so I do need to get ready for that. The sun's rays paint Hong Kong's mountains in a pale orange as gold spreads above our side of the train. Finally, a flash of the sun dips below the horizon, foretelling the Nabs will descend in tonight. Gachu is silent on the walk back to the MRT station. He stares out the window, seeing nothing but shadows of astral space, lost in tonight. For the Ishida's death, the ties between Gachu and Ratama have finally, decisively been severed. Swing comes in with Minganard. Cool. And we have a level up. Hang on. Let us level up, and then we'll finish up. So we're gonna take Spirit Consume because Augment Haste. We'll go with Spiritualist Consume Spirit, Raptor, Ares Heavy Lasers, Gachu Whirlwind, Sarah Magnetic Arms because that is just kind of cool, and Mini Augmented Weapon, Mini Launcher Strips, one only very short. That's just, I mean, that's good. That's really good, but like we have no like. We'll take out for Isabel. Alright, time that does confirm all. We have shunned the Ghoul abilities for all the Ronin abilities. For Gachu. Talk about... Gachu's one of the most interesting characters because of these abilities. Like... So is Gobbler. Her, like, this, like, Tree of Spirit is so cool. Anyway, all our guys are max level now. Anyway, but then I supply karma, and then I need to jump off. And we don't have it yet. Okay, ESP control. Confirm. But yeah, that'll be where we end the session here. Session? Yes. It's just like a tabletop game. Anyway, we'll be ending the stream here. We'll be doing Blue Reflection. Thank you very much, Dagoff. We'll be doing We'll be redoing Blue Reflection on Sunday, which is something I did way back when I first started streaming, but because my computer died, I lost the save file to it. So we're gonna be doing that. On Tuesdays it's Devil May Cry like always, but again Shadowrun is always the Tuesdays. But thank you for coming. I hope you have a great day, and thank you, Dagoff, again. Until next time. Yeah, I'll see you. Until next time. Hope you have a lovely day and week. And I mean, I'll say it probably on Sunday stream because of Easter. But yeah, see you guys next time. And hope you have a wonderful rest of the week and enjoy the longer weekend. Goodbye.